All right, before we get started here, we want to give a quick shout out to 1881 Bellevue Way. Sickest after party in NCAA history. Shout out Nala. Shout out Jacob Holmes.
Shout out Adam Fogg.
Shout out Adam Fogg. What you're doing was out of pocket. Rachel and Cooper, y'all need to get a room, not Jacob's room, please. And let's do this thing. Beer Mile podcast.
Is this where the after party was 2 weeks ago? Okay, I saw some pictures. Was it lit?
It was pretty awesome.
I saw some videos of that stupid bowl we played there.
The couch broke. This is all new.
So it got completely destroyed.
Smashed, yeah.
How about were all the bottles up there and stuff? Were those?
No, they were fine. But people were standing on here and they were like pulling the lights out, and then the couches were broken, and like that's fucked up. Everyone, there's holes in the wall.
Holy cow,
I'm
man!
surprised like people didn't steal more shit. Well, someone stole a keg.
Yeah.
The whole keg and the taps walked away with it.
Holy shit!
So,
why are runners so savage?
It's because they have all that pent up energy.
That's
like,
true.
From
Not
doing
drinking
nothing for
during
so
the air.
long, and then I swear everyone I talked to was like could not function.
Yeah. Well, based on the videos, I can see it.
Yeah.
So, Chris, we're finally here in person, bro. You've been talking all this mess online.
I've been talking all this mess
You've
online.
been talking all this mess online. I've been stating facts. But here we are. We're not running. We got
Stating
beer.
facts.
What do I have to do right now to prove to you that I'm the better beer miler? We got the beer.
You got to go run a beer mile with me right now.
All right, running aside, drinking wise, what is the best indication that someone will be a good beer miler?
I think a beer mile is the only way.
Beer mile is the only way. If I could see you,
Well, I mean, we've seen I could run 3:58 in the mile.
if I could see you put down 4 Coronas in 2 minutes, a minute and a half. Just something out of a bottle.
It has to be a bottle.
I mean,
Well, so you do 4
it could be okay. So it can be a can. It just can't be shotguns.
Do you want my PBR?
If you put down 4 of something,
I'm not buying you anything. He can buy.
That's all right. We don't need your bottles. Stingy ass.
No, I just bought them. Should it be 5% too?
Oh yeah, that's not high enough.
Wait, you have 4 and 6.
Shout out.
am I giving him too much?
Yeah.
Well, I was just thinking in a beer mile, it takes you 4.5. Well, it takes me like 4.5 minutes. Takes Everett like 6 or 7, but
I'd say give him 80 seconds.
I was hoping I could shotgun.
No, you
I'm
can't.
just concerned about getting the liquid out of the can.
But that's part
That's
of
why
the
a bottle
game.
is
That's
better.
part of the game.
Chris,
The
I
bottle
feel
is
like you
better.
should go at the same time so you can see what a world class.
I would do it with bottles, not with cans.
Why not with cans?
I mean, I guess I would do it with cans too. The bottles are more legit for what a beer mile is.
Yeah, fair enough.
Of course, after I just drink one. And
Shout
then-
out Coach Van Hoy if you're watching this.
You know what we could do? We could make this. We started a Patreon. We could make this Patreon only, and then everyone that signs up, we'll give half the profits to WesFly Athletics.
I'm down, and we can make it way more out of pocket. And you have to do you have to approve the people before they get in, or they just pay?
They just pay. Right now, I think I might be able to.
Don't let
update
any
it.
Let's
I'm at
Run-
least saying just this.
No,
this
let
part
everyone
of
in.
this.
Why are you trying to censor
True.
them?
We can figure it out after.
Yeah,
Don't
we'll
let
figure it out after. But
Don't let any Let's Run nerds or virgins in it because when I'm talking all that mess online, these little losers in their mom's basement are taking screenshots and sending them to my athletic director.
I'm pretty
So-
sure the losers in your mom's basement are the ones that like love you guys. All these high school and
No,
college kids in
dude.
their mom's basement.
The
That's who loves you guys.
No, the people who resonate with the WesFly way of life, the alpha lifestyle, are the freaking beasts out there. The kids who are bossing up, fucking Reinhard
the
Erickson,
15-year-olds
Cooper
bossing
Tier.
up, baby.
Nah.
I mean, the
Hey,
Venn diagram of WesFly fans and Tinman Elite fans is a circle, isn't it?
It's just a complete
No
circle.
chance. No chance.
It's the same circle.
No chance. Bro, if you see some little kid wearing Tim Beta gear out there, they're probably freaking 90 pounds, never talked to a girl in their life, and like just running is their only escape. But you find a WesFly fan out there on the course, they're an alpha, they aren't a complete nerd or virgin.
Again, the 15-year-old kids at home.
They might be a virgin.
They might be a virgin.
They might be.
Might be a nerd virgin. Okay, before we get going here, I got to do one housekeeping. The opinions expressed today of these individuals are the opinions of the individuals, not the Beer Mile podcast. Disclaimer. And other shout out that we have real quick. Sponsor for this episode is Exoskin. You guys probably, I don't know if you've heard of Exoskin.
Oh, yeah.
You've heard of Exo? Okay,
yeah,
so they're known for their toe socks. So I
heard of-
thought great sponsor to have for this episode.
Foreskin, not exoskin. But it's another type of sock.
Yeah, exactly.
You are not in the pocket at all right now.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
No, I'm not laughing at what you're saying, man. I'm laughing at something else.
It's anatomy. So what are we doing with these 4 beers? We racing?
I mean, sure. I guess we can race these beers if that.
So is
what
there
we're
a time
doing.
limit here, or is it just straight up race?
I'm just trying to.
You wanna prove that you can get the volume
I'm trying
down.
to prove myself in the beer mile world
Okay.
because I've done it with the running. Now let's do it with the beer.
Okay.
I think it's a whole different game, though. I mean, when you
this
put
is
them together.
this is a different game because the speed of drinking is going to be different than what it would be in a beer mile because it's a different,
We also
container
have to
and whatnot.
run between every beer. I
Also
mean, you
run.
could probably find a million frat guys who can drink 4 beers really fast, but
How many frat guys can you find that can drink 4 beers really fast and run a mile really fast?
No, I know what you're saying, but
you're not running in between these beers. So how do we know?
push-ups after you do one, so your heart rate's up.
I like the creativity.
okay, it's like finding someone who can juggle and someone who can run a sub 4 mile, but it doesn't mean you can juggle while you're running the mile just because you can do both.
But I think the kid who can run a sub 4 mile who can also juggle, that's a good indication that he could probably run a pretty quick mile.
He probably
juggling.
could.
but
Probably.
the juggling isn't affecting your system as much as the beer is going
Okay, maybe
to.
juggling wasn't the best example.
You're not allowed to vomit.
Exactly. You love a vomit.
I can hold it down if I have to.
Okay, so are we going can? I mean, we open them, but they could drink them later. Are we going cans or are we going to go bottles? You really like the Natty Light out of the cans that much?
I mean, these are already open.
Hey, Natty Light
They're
sponsors
gonna
our
get
Christmas
drank.
party every year.
Whatever. I'll do whatever.
Yeah, you can take my car. I'll send a Venmo.
Okay, here we go.
Do we need to do 4?
Yeah, of course you got to do 4. I would say do 5 just to prove that your stomach can handle the 4.
Oh my god, what is going on right now?
If you want to see the chug off between Everett and myself, head on over to patreon.com/beermile. Look, sometimes when you do something savage, it can't be out there for the public to see. We got to get jobs in the future. We don't want our names tarnished completely to the public. So patreon.com/beermile, and your support helps us keep doing in-person episodes like this, helps support us so that we can keep up in the ante on the quality and the level of savageness of these episodes. And you know what? We're in a giving mood this holiday season, and we want to support other small businesses. So half of all of you that sign up for Patreon this month, we are going to share half of that with WesFly LLC. So if you're a WesFly fan out there and not a Beer Mile podcast fan, just know that this money is going to good use when you support us on Patreon, and you're going to have access to the full, uncut, uncensored version of the pod and the chug off between Everett and myself. Both of those videos up there now. Patreon.com/beermile. All right, we're 10 minutes into this podcast recording.
Hey, Craig.
Well, if you're not on Patreon, you're maybe only a couple minutes in because that's going to the Patreon, not to the public.
Craig, we're already on pace to beat your record on the Beer Mile podcast.
How many did he drink?
9, I believe he said.
I didn't count, but it was a lot.
Oh, I could maybe do that.
Ooh. So, Christopher,
Let's get this one a little closer here. There we go.
how was your race this morning?
My race was like everyone else's, I think, slower than,
Pretty
slower.
shit.
Pretty shit. Out good
It'd be-
for the first mile, then got a little slower, then got a little slower, then got more slow.
It'd be like that.
It's how it was.
Lots of people didn't want to show up to the USA Track and Field Cross Country National Championships.
Like who? Who are we talking about?
Bowerman, on running.
No, that's true.
10 beta
It was-
sub elite.
This is below them.
I know, but it's USATF
I don't think
National
it
Championships.
should be. But I don't think pros race enough.
No,
Yeah.
it's that is true. So I was surprised because in the past a lot of those teams have shown up, and yeah, like Tinman at least went to the meet last week, but yeah, Bowerman, all these other teams on, they just
Yeah.
like, nah, we don't do cross country.
Not to sell out Waleed, but I got.
Oh yeah, where were the Brooks Beasts today?
I got insider information from him that this week they were doing like an 8K time trial. And it was like, why?
Just come
so,
do the race. It's the same shit.
So Waleed asked, he's like, why don't we just go race? And he's like, oh, no, I just want to do it as a good time trial.
And they probably did it on the track too, right?
Probably. I don't know for sure. I just know they were doing it this week.
Last year when the Brooks Beast did a time trial like that, they just did it on the track. Like, what do you?
I feel like pros are really scared to like show that they're not always on like the top of their game.
Yeah.
Like college runners have no choice. You have to race every season, pretty much every meet. But when you're like a pro, like they like kind of like cherry pick when they want to run, only when they're in very, very top shape.
True.
To play devil's advocate, as a 1,500 meter specialist myself, if I was a Brooks Beast, I would not want to come run across 10K.
Yeah.
I'd rather do a track 8K.
Yeah.
You know, Josh Kerr, why was he 210th at NCAA Cross Country Nationals?
Like that. Well, he couldn't even race. He's not American.
Yeah, exactly. But
Jake Riley was 42nd today.
I was gonna say Jake
Damn.
Riley still finished. Olympian got 42nd. But that still plays in like that plays into your point of like he's like he'll still show up and try.
Show up
you know?
and race.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, look at Steve Scott. He broke 4 like 100 times, but like because he just lined up all the time.
it's more respectable to race all the time and have some bad performances than
I
just
agree.
Be sheltered all the time and never come out unless you're like in the best shape of your life.
Fair. So when are you guys racing next?
January
Coach lets
20th,
me.
January 13th.
January 13th.
I wanted to race after cross, but didn't.
Pretty good 5K last week in Boston.
Yeah,
I was getting FOMO.
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing in Tallahassee?
Training.
Putting in the work. I mean,
We're working hard, coach.
What kind of work?
this is the final sin, as the Milk Boys would say.
Final
But no, Beer Mile Pod wanted to have us on, and being the WesFly alphas, we weren't gonna come on this podcast and drink water.
So wait, are the Beer Mile guys the betas? Are we betas or no?
No.
Are we alphas?
No. I'm just saying we're not gonna come on here and not drink beer.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
So
I don't even like beer. I hate beer.
Really?
I hate beer.
So you happy dad guy? Wait, what do you got a PBR in front of you?
Yeah, I don't like it though. But I can't come on the Beer Mile podcast and not drink beer.
That's true. That's true.
So-
Although most of our guests do come on the Beer Mile podcast and not drink beer, but I guess it's also on Zoom, so
Yeah.
fair enough.
I
Most of the
mean-
in-person guests drink beer.
Nothing wrong with a little cocktail on a Zoom.
That's true. It's true.
We're just got out for break, and I think the mistake people make a lot of the time, not necessarily a mistake, but the part where people might fall short over break is going home and being with your family, and it's just really hard to train it. So, what? Why are you laughing?
That just sounded funny. Like the shortcoming that people make is going home and hanging out with their family. Like,
I mean,
don't go home.
No,
and
I
hang
know
out
what
with
you're
your
going to.
family. I know what you're
It was
getting
just funny, like the route you were taking.
Yeah, but we're just here, similar training plan, trying to get in the best shape of our life. We've got a very historic year on the horizon. We've got indoor nationals in our neighbor state, Birmingham. We've got chance for a DMR world record, 4x-mile world record, 3 wheels at Penn Relays, SEC Outdoors at Ole Miss.
We also have a great chance for a indoor podium as a team.
Our last, like a lot of us, it's our last opportunity to, come represent Ole Miss. So
Yeah, it's kind of like that generation of like Craig and Robert, and then like this is kind of like our generation's like last year. Like we have so many guys all graduating, so it's kind of just like the, it's the last dance, right? So
and we can't be away from our family for the holidays every year, but this year it's like one last opportunity,
Train.
all in.
Yeah.
Whatever happens is what the memories we're gonna take. To
it probably sounds so ironic saying that with all these beers in front, but I promise you, we will be. I mean, you can watch it on YouTube. What we're doing, we're gonna show it all. So
No, fair enough.
same thing. We went to Flagstaff. You can see everything we did. It's all on YouTube.
You can have fun once in a while.
Yeah.
All the people that race today, they're going to be out having fun tonight too.
Yeah.
So, you pick your battles basically.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
And
we got a long run tomorrow, so it might be a little early night. But
Well, that's the thing. We're starting early. It's just go to bed early.
yeah,
Something
exactly.
fun.
I think the mistake people make a lot of the time with the stigma around drinking and running is that they think that the drinking really has a negative effect on your athletic performance, which obviously science tells you that it does. But I think it's the lifestyle that comes with drinking, going out, standing on your feet all night, coming home at 2 a.m., eating a grilled cheese. But, I don't really see a big problem with having some, humble beers every once in a while.
I know your junk food now, grilled cheese.
Huh?
Grilled cheese is your favorite junk food?
No, actually, funny
It's
story.
ramen. It's ramen noodles. 100%.
Ramen noodles with a poached egg in it. But the reason I said grilled cheese is because in Oxford, there's this little alley outside the bars called Secret Grilled Cheese, and you have to go there. They're open from midnight to 2 a.m. And the thing is, people go to the bars and then go drunk to the drunk grilled cheese. Is what it's called. You have to be wearing a polo. You have to have the secret password, and like they open a window and they're like, password, and you say it, and then they let you in this little prohibition bar.
It's owned by Morgan Freeman, right? Or is that his rumor?
I think
A grilled cheese place owned by Morgan Freeman.
He's in Mississippi.
I know, but like that just sounds so crazy.
He's very involved. But I can see that being an urban myth.
he comes to like all the like basketball games and stuff.
Okay. Well,
So how do you find out the password?
You gotta have the plug, you know.
Are you the plug?
If y'all ever come to Oxford, I can be the plug.
I'll keep that in mind.
I actually was looking at flights to Oxford, or to somewhere, because I was like,
There's no airport in Oxford.
well, there's no, yeah. So obviously that didn't work. But I was trying to figure out coming down to race you in a beer mile, but Oxford is like kind of out of the way. But if you still want to do that at some point,
Do
so
it this summer, right?
yeah. Hopefully after USA's, we're gonna go on a little WesFly tour. You know, do some racing,
Okay.
maybe head over to Europe. But we could definitely fit a beer mile in there somewhere.
okay.
What are you putting on the line?
Well, what we agreed to last summer was $2,000.
$2,000. Can we cement the
Yeah.
$2,000 beer mile this
And I'll
summer?
pay my own travel.
All right, deal.
Well, wait, actually, do we
$2,000.
want to do that in Mississippi where it's gonna be hot as
Nah,
balls? Or
do
we wanna
it
somewhere else?
in like
We can put it on an event anywhere. Wherever
true.
we'll have the biggest draw. Maybe Austin, Texas. Maybe Scottsdale, Arizona. We'll have to race at like 4 a.m. So it's
Yeah,
not
for
a million
real.
degrees.
Okay, done.
You should try to find like,
$2,000. That is
you should
a lot of
try
money.
to find like a big Twilight meet this summer and contact the race director and see if you could like do a beer mile like
Sound running?
like in the middle of the meet.
We
I
could
feel
throw-
like that it's so hard to put on a beer mile because all the venues with alcohol they're like you gotta have extra
true.
insurance
To
and
high
stuff,
school or something.
and it's like a high school won't allow it or a college track won't allow it. So it's like you gotta actually
facts.
pay like $10,000 for the insurance and everything if they even let you do it. So
See, the funny
you
thing
almost
is-
have to just make it more underground and just like show up at a track and do it and like not say where you're at.
The funny thing is, like, yo, dog, we're drinking 4 beers, and there's probably 100 kids in the dorms right there drinking a brunette's bottle of vodka.
it's
so
true.
they can go to sleep.
I mean, it's true though.
But the liabilities make sense. But yeah, I'm down. I mean, I would like to put on a show and get all the fans there and give them what they want and get it hype.
I don't know what the exact numbers would be, but I've been thinking like I could put up, I don't know, say I would have put up like $5,000 to anyone that can beat me in a beer mile besides Cory Bellemore. I think I'd be willing to do that to get other pros to come.
Nick Simmons' business model.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah,
Beat me
basically.
in a race, win $5,000.
Yeah, and knowing that no one's going to do it, but the pros might think they can do it.
Yeah.
Then they come and do it, and then I get the content and get the ad money.
Bigger prize purse than most meets.
That will get other runners there, and we can also promote the shit out of it.
Yeah. Do you think $5,000 would be enough to get people to a pro runner
I
to
think-
potentially risk their image?
I mean,
Yeah, pro runners are pretty soft about their image.
I mean, yeah, like
That's
to,
what-
to show up on camera and like puke in front of everyone. Do you
Yeah.
think that would be worth like possibly winning 5,000? I don't think so.
Probably not.
I think I'd have to put up more though. That's the problem.
I've been putting on the tweet box. You buy the beers, I'm the
Yeah, it's
know.
a free 4 beers.
I mean, it's high risk, high reward for them, but I don't know.
So could you drink like this in college? Like, is this like when
I
did
don't
you?
know. Ask
how'd
my
you-
college buddies.
when did
How'd you discover your talent
Yeah,
for
yeah.
drinking and running simultaneously, not to be confused with drinking at one time and running at one time? Because clearly there's a big difference.
there is a big difference. I wasn't like that great at the beer mile in college. I was decent, but not like
in the 5 minute range.
I was in the high fives a few times, but mostly in the sixes.
So you ran multiple beer miles in college.
We were doing like once a
Yeah,
semester.
probably like
Okay,
10 throughout.
okay.
8 to 10 throughout college, somewhere in there. A lot of
Damn.
Sophomore year, you went like low 5s, I thought.
mid. I think it was mid.
So this is like a team thing you guys did.
Yeah, it would be like we would always do one during cross country season, and then usually one like at the end of the school year too. So like usually 2 per year, and so yeah, then everyone would do it, and we would like submit our results, whatever, and then Flow Track just like contacted me the last year and was like, we're looking for people to come to our championship. So,
But we weren't
Finally
on
did
like
it.
the NCAA team. It was like running club.
yeah,
so.
we weren't. Yeah. We were just running club. So,
My bad.
yeah,
We're
Like
not.
Martin Smith would not have allowed that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
No.
damn.
No. This was Iowa State running club. So no,
Okay, I got you.
not
I got
D1
you.
running here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like 8 beer miles in college. Who's your coach?
Yeah, that's what I was very confused about. I was like, damn.
No. Yeah. And then you just keep getting better. You just got to keep practicing. I mean, your technique was pretty piss poor, to be honest. I mean, you just got to improve the technique.
I mean,
You'll get
apparently
there.
I was hooking up with the damn
You,
beer
you, were,
bottle.
you don't make out with it. You deep throat it. Like,
Yeah.
Seriously, that's like, think about it. You deep throat the bottle. You don't make out with it.
Well, my stomach is getting deep throated right now. Dog.
Is this settling or not?
I mean, it feels like there's like a balloon kind of like coming up down through my throat.
Got the bucket?
That's all right.
Nah, we're good,
You
we're
just
good,
gotta
we're
let it
good.
settle.
We're good,
Just gotta
we're
let it settle. So where are you guys when you go run around here? What are some good spots? It seems like you're kind of in like just a concrete jungle area.
No. Tallahassee.
A lot of trails.
I'm surprised like a lot of pro groups don't come down to Tallahassee over the winter.
Oregon Project used to come.
Oh, really? Okay.
There's like the main thing with finding a place to run for me is soft surface because running on concrete every day you're prone to stress fractures and whatnot, and pretty much every single run we do here you might have to run a mile to the trail from this house, but we can get soft surface whenever we want, sunny and 75 over winter break, and access to facilities. There's a middle school track nearby. You've got everything you need. So
Nice. Do you guys have trails in Oxford too?
Yeah, we got a plethora of dirt roads in Oxford.
it reminds me a little bit of Kenya when you see all the media coming from over there, is because it's lots of dirt roads, lots of farm country. You can drive 10 minutes away from campus.
Any direction.
Any direction, you can find a dirt road, and it's not a single trail. You can go 10 people wide, run as fast as you want, as hard as you want. You can make it hilly, you can make it flat.
Yeah.
You've got everything you need, and there's not many distractions like there are in a big city.
Yeah, that's true.
It's honestly a really good spot to train.
I feel like whenever we go back to Oxford, we're like kind of going not into hiding to sound like cliche or whatever, but like we're getting separated from everything.
Yeah.
And then we come into it for racing, and then come back to work.
Yeah.
And it's there's no other place I would want to do it.
So is Craig like a assistant volunteer? Like
technically.
Yeah. So like what's his? Is he like training with you guys a lot, or what's the deal?
Yeah, Craig.
Yeah.
We've been very fortunate to have Craig back this semester. He's a volunteer assistant coach, technically, but really the only reason he has that title is so he can work out with us. He's not really. He's not really.
He's not actually like advising you guys, really.
Like,
But I feel like he would approve of this training. So it's like perfect. He'd be like,
he
hey
would.
guys, hit those beers. Make sure you're relaxed coming into the week.
Yeah, no, he honestly does help with that a lot, but he's not very hands on with workouts.
Like he's not holding a
mindset.
stopwatch or anything.
Gotcha.
And then another thing about Craig is he's like a little bit of a free agent right now. He's still with Nike, but he's kind of
his contract's up at the end of this year.
Yeah,
right?
he's making his own schedule, so he'll go missing for a week and then come back, and we'll be like, "Yo, where were you?" And he was like, "What was that football game you went to?"
Like Nebraska.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I went to Nebraska this weekend," and we're
To hang out with my friends, and we're like, okay.
What?
So me and Craig have a class together on Thursday nights because he's finishing up his MBA. That's also the reason
That's what
why.
he's in the MBA program.
Yeah,
Okay.
so he did most of it when he was in college, but didn't quite finish.
Okay.
You have 5 years to finish it. This is his last year.
Yeah.
So we came and did one semester. I think it's like 3 online, 1 in person. And I think the first 3 or 4 weeks of school, he would fly into Oxford on Wednesday for class, go to class Thursday night, then fly out, go somewhere else for like the rest of the week, fly back in, go to class, fly out again. We're like, where's he going now? Oh, I was in Chicago. I went back to Portland. I had to get a massage and do a workout. So you flew to Portland to get a massage.
and go to a Machine Gun Kelly concert.
Oh yeah, and go to Machine Gun.
yeah.
Like he was just like all over the place.
Interesting.
He's such a free spirit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you're done with your MBA this.
So I
Spring or
have
not?
a winter semester that I got to be back for January 3rd. Well, winter like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Then a spring semester, then a summer semester.
Oh,
Then
okay.
I'm done.
Okay.
It's like a one.
So
like
you're
one,
gonna be done. In
Yeah,
2022.
yeah. It's like a full 1 year, like 330-day program.
Oh, gotcha. And then is Craig on the same like schedule as you, or it just happened? that you guys have
No,
a
so
class together?
his is like half online, half in person. But being international, I have to have a certain amount of in-person classes to be an international student and qualify for academic aid.
Gotcha.
They overlap a little. Y'all the same class.
Yeah, just Thursday though. So he has 1 in-person class and he has like I think 3 online.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what is WesFly doing at the end of the school year then? Like what is WesFly?
I was about to say this he's a man of many traits. You know, the thing about running a lot of time is if you don't hit the times, you're not gonna be able to go pro. You're not gonna be able to make a living. You're gonna have to move on.
Yeah.
But the goal here, you know, I'm not getting an MBA. I'm getting a general studies degree in education, entrepreneurship, and art. So, you know, I'm not filling out corporate resumes to go and find a real life job after this. I'd like a year to kind of find my calling, pursue the WesFly thing. Don't know exactly where coach is going to end up. We want to move the operation to Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
We want to have some more freedom getting out of the NCAA, do things like beer mile, I want to go on a 100-mile run. Doing some out of pocket things during the 100 miles.
Okay.
You can probably say what you want to do, right?
All right.
I don't know what you mean by out of pocket things. Like,
well, no, it's not that bad.
Is WesFly like a track thing or is it like it's like an everything thing?
Lifestyle brand.
Here's the thing. We'll see what happens this winter and spring, but I don't know if I want to pursue a career in professional track and field or if I want to take running and kind of like work with running to the average person. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so cutthroat at this level, but like for an example, something that I think I could do that would bring like a whole lot of eyes to the sport of running is 100-mile run, no training for it, 100 milligrams of edibles every 10 miles. And I can fucking do that.
I was just doing the math. 100 milligrams per hour.
It's 1,000. No, not per hour, per 10 miles.
Yeah, but like roughly an hour.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be like a
much slower.
I mean 100 miles. 100 miles is a long fucking ways. Okay.
By the end, I'd be like on my forward fucking.
You think he's a snail or something? You're upside down.
I'd have 60 miles to go and I'd be walking.
I mean, if you could pull that off, that would be some clickbait. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, but you hear, I've told a lot of people this idea before, even the normal person, you hear the response we get from the crowd. Everyone's like, well, they would watch that.
Yeah.
You guys watch that? Yeah, I mean, everyone would watch that.
A 12-hour long video.
Yeah, and another thing.
We got some good editing going on. It's fine.
Another thing about running as a sport is, I feel like it's not very cool to like the average person.
Yeah,
you know, they like football, they like basketball, they like UFC, like we see right here. But like running isn't an alpha thing, and in my eyes, it is. So I want to show people that. I want more people out there running, and I'm not exactly sure where WesFly is gonna go, but WesFly is here to stay.
How is a 100-mile run with edibles gonna get more people running?
It will get more people running because more people will see that, like, going out and doing cool shit and like accomplishing things and doing things that push you to the human limit is what's actually cool, and what's not cool is taking 1,000 milligrams of edibles in your mom's basement and not doing shit.
And not doing the running.
It comes full circle. It's back to the mom's basement.
God damn it, mom.
No, I think it'll just inspire people. They'll see it. They'll think it's cool. They'll want to try something like it. And you know, I feel like there's so many people out there making YouTube channels these days. I'm like, great. Yeah. You know, bring it on. Let's all try and do crazy stuff and record it.
So I can't really.
What's so funny, Jacob?
Too much.
Can I ask
listener question.
What does your coach think of WesFly just in general?
What does the Ole Miss coach think of WesFly is the question.
It's been a roller coaster.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that you guys are still like, WesFly is as big as it is, like, says that he's not. I think close to it.
Yeah, well, he understands what it is, and he understands that it's not just us acting like complete jackasses in front of the camera.
Yeah, he also knows who we are. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, his initial opinions definitely were not very good. I mean, if you go look back to the very first YouTube video, it has like 50% downvotes, which is like pretty like that's like pretty.
Wait, the one
that's abysmal.
The one of KK and run it like the first meet.
The very first meet has like 50% downvotes because of the like 10-man sub elite edits or whatever. But so it wasn't a very uncommon opinion to like hate it. So he was not a fan at first, and then he like really became not a fan. But now I think he kind of likes it now. He won't admit it, but I think he kind of likes it.
Yeah.
Because it brings attention like to our team, and like he always says he's like, yeah, you guys are bringing the wrong people we want to our team, but I disagree.
I mean, we had the best recruiting class we had, but no, Van Hoy, he knows what we're doing. He knows who we are as people, and there were times where we've taken it too far.
Yeah.
Where he's had to put his foot down and be like, yo, don't do this.
Yeah.
But, you know, all in all, he's supportive of it. And with Van Hoy, it's like, it's all business, you know. What we do outside the track is what we do outside the track. And, you know, how we perform in practice and how we lead our team and how we perform in races is what really matters.
So does he care that you guys have the camera like out or no?
So he used to be kind of weird about it. He'd be like, I don't want to ever like see myself on the camera, but like there's a couple of times this year we were doing workouts and one of the guys on our team's injured. Shout out Timor. He filmed a lot of our stuff.
Timor has saved WesFly Athletics this fall, so we just want to give a quick shout out to Tyler
Is
Moore.
He on the payroll or?
Oh yeah, everyone's on the payroll. You know,
everyone's making money.
Hey, we're running a business over here. I'm running the operations, and we're.
So you're CEO. What's Michael?
CFO.
CFO.
I don't really do any.
Is there any other C whatever O's or is it just you two?
There's the COO. There's the COP.
COP.
Yeah, the cop.
Okay.
That's Van Hoy.
That's Van. Okay. Fair.
But what I was saying though, just really quick. Even this semester when Timor was like filming us at practice, he could like film our like huddle and like Van Hoy talking and like. He knew he was being filmed, but he didn't mind.
Yeah, it's getting used to it.
It showed. I mean, honestly, if you're a recruit, this is exactly what you want to see. Like
it's true.
You want to see what we're really like. I mean, like you come on a visit and you see all these things, but is that what it's really like? Like you have no idea. But when you see like 20 different workout videos, you're like, okay, like this is what I'm getting myself into. Is this a good fit for me? Like obviously, some people some people no, and I think it's good to not have people come in and be like. Wow, because I went to ASU for 1 year and I was like, this is not what my visit was like. So, you know, I think it's good to kind of know what you're getting yourself into. So I think it helps the program.
It's a little bit different. Like Fog Dog, the Drake coach is like all in the videos. He loves it.
He loves it.
I guess that's maybe a little. He's not. They're not quite as extreme as you guys in the videos.
No, they're not. Their videos are very PG.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean, he doesn't even cuss in his videos, does he?
No, probably not. No. He's a little beta boy, but there was one tipping point last year after indoor nationals. Something I would do for marketing is I would make an outlandish claim or something on my YouTube or on Instagram.
Like
and
you beat Chris in the beer mile.
That's not even outlandish.
That's what I was gonna say.
Bro, what's your mile PR?
4:13.
Okay, so I have 15.
I've never said I'm faster than you. I've always said I can beat you in a beer mile.
I know. Hey, we've addressed this, but Buddy over here is saying that it's an outlandish claim. It's not that outlandish.
Assuming that you did the beer mile 50 times and could actually drink 4 beers, maybe it's possible that you could beat me. So much of it. Like
the beautiful part about it is we have $2,000 on it, and I'm gonna bankrupt your broke ass fucking this summer.
Is that gonna be your first beer mile?
You're gonna have to sell this little logic board right here.
I'm gonna pawn all my equipment just to cover this.
Pawn Jackson's ring.
Like, we're at 1950. I need your shoes too, Chris. Come on.
No, the good thing about not being a pro runner is I actually have a job and make money.
Yeah.
We'll cover that in a minute. But what I was saying about outlandish claims is I would do something controversial. And then I would go on LetsRun, and I would say things that I know would piss these people off. And I'd call them Cheeto eating dorks in their mom's basement. And I would make it anonymous. But the thing about LetsRun is the admins, they can see where it's coming from.
They see the IP address and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there's been cases in the past where people have had to find out who made what threads, and our coach has been able to find out. But I would just trigger these people so badly, and it got to a point where one of the LetsRun dudes in their mom's basement, Cheeto eating dorks, they took a screenshot of what I said and sent it to our AD, and our AD was like, "Yo, what the hell is this? Like, we need to refer this to the head coach of track." Then our head coach of track got it, and they're like, "I don't even know what the hell is going on." So then they sent it to like our second AD. And we were just at weights one day, and it was all boys at weights, and our second AD comes in and he's like, we're gonna need to have an all boys meeting after this weight session. Or no, it was
So are you guys the boys track team?
Whoa.
Well,
sometimes
it's boys and girls, but this time it was
Not
just
the
boys.
not the men's track team.
We're the boys. We're not the men's. We're the boys.
We're not men yet. We're still on our journey to manhood.
That's true. You haven't graduated yet.
We're the children's track team. No, but anyways, like we knew something was going on because the girls weren't here, and it was before our weight session. Actually, they're like, we need to talk to you. Our second AD brings us upstairs, and he's like, "Why the hell are y'all talking about shitting out colons and?" Tickling each other's nutsacks on a video. I don't even know what that means. I think saying the F word is like, I think it's disrespectful to women of all kinds. And like, I don't even know what this is, but y'all need to cut it out.
Let me cut. Mr. Shannon, our AD, is a very like traditional Southern man, very respectful, really nice guy. But to see, a kid like Nick from New Zealand who it's just a different culture over there compared to like the Bible Belt, and cussing and saying this and that is acceptable. So I think there's a bit of a cultural disconnect, and he was not very. What would he say about? He's like, and you guys are going to the bathroom in the woods and leaving the toilet paper out there.
and then Nick
that's what every runner does. That's what everyone does.
And then after the meeting, Nick was like, "I'm sorry, sir. I went home over break and I adopted a new way of speaking, and I'm not going to do that anymore." But that's what's happened with WesFly at Ole Miss. But right now we're up and running.
We were shut down for 2 weeks.
Just 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's not that.
Well, we never got the green light. We just started doing it again.
That's fine. That's fine. Wait, so are you allowed to actually collect the YouTube ad money now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
A lot of the NIL stuff is very. They want you to report all your earnings and every single cent of revenue,
which we do, of course.
Yeah, obviously,
of course,
we do.
Yeah.
It.
No, I love paying taxes.
But
I'm a tax guy.
It's not like we're our own independent, business people now. They still want a hand in it, like
Yeah. No, I don't know if that was a very Southern thing to say.
Huh.
Wait, where are you both from originally?
Canada.
Okay, yeah.
I'm from Atlanta.
From a city called Guelph.
Oh, actually, okay.
You might know Guelph.
There's a Canadian over here. He's got dual citizenship.
He kind of looks like
University of Guelph.
Did you
Actually,
yeah.
That's where my parents or my mom's family is from London.
Yeah. Oh, good deal.
You guys are basically brothers.
It's not like Quinn
A little bit.
No, he doesn't.
Looks like
who?
Blonde Canadian guy. Quinn
Canella. He does not look like Quinn Canella. Not at all. Not at all.
While you're thinking of that, how are we funding WesFly then after you guys graduate? So you're gonna keep it going. You're gonna take a year. You're gonna just go for WesFly. Is it merch? Is it Robinhood?
It's real estate.
It's real. Oh, it's a real estate play.
It's gonna be a real estate play.
Oh, okay. Describe the real estate play.
Well, right now we've been fortunate enough to get to the point where we can have the cash flow where we're not working in a debt.
Yeah.
So at the beginning when I had to get trademarks on the WesFly logo.
It costs a lot of money to start a business.
I and buy the camera.
Yep.
I got this guy a new laptop because his looks like it was spazzing
And
out
it got
every
a
time
drone not a drone. The gimbal thing too.
We don't even use the gimbal.
I got a gimbal too, and it's just sitting in a box.
An iPhone is way better.
The gimbal is so hard to use, and it never you have to recalibrate, and then it won't calibrate, and then it's like spasming out, and it's like this thing was $1,000, and fucking the iPhone's better. Like,
just sell it on Craigslist, make some money.
Yeah,
honestly.
So the stuff we're doing now, we'd be able to keep up after college, but to really take it to the next level, we want to not depend on running and contracts with agents to pay our salary and pay for the WesFly. We want to be like entrepreneurial, invest in real estate. Flip houses, Airbnb.
And we want to put that on YouTube.
So wait, is it WesFly Athletics LLC or WesFly LLC?
WesFly LLC. So WesFly Athletics is the foundation of
everything.
So
there's also WesFly Real Estate.
There's WesFly Real Estate.
There's
WesFly Hedge Fund. There's WesFly Invest. There's WesFly Athletics.
Okay.
There's WesFly Beard Mild.
Okay, I mean.
So is your current audience gonna want to watch the same sort of content you're gonna start making later?
I don't know.
Probably different YouTube channels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't know. Don't care. Another thing about our audience is we don't care who watches us. We do half of this shit for the fun of it. You know,
Yeah,
some of my favorite memories from this past year were, you know, smashing a water bottle off the roof and being like, Parsons, no one's buying your merch anymore. You're such a loser.
Watermelon.
I called out the downfall of Tinman, and where are you now? You're getting smashed on the fucking concrete by a watermelon with a torn Achilles.
Oh, come on now.
Wait, it was the torn Achilles. Sam
Parsons.
Oh, he does. I don't know.
I thought he did.
Know,
I'm pretty sure he did.
But Buddy's doing bunny hops on his Achilles that he's coming back from. I'm like, what are you doing, my guy? Keep your friends close, but your enemies close.
10 man, we know all your secrets.
Hey, say it right.
Oh, 10 beta sub elite, we know all your secrets. We know why you guys were all hurt. We got the inside scoop. I'm not gonna say who we got it from,
but for real though, so are you guys actually like nice? Like, have you guys talked to Tinman and?
Sorry to interrupt this entertaining episode, but we have to thank our sponsor, Exoskin. Exoskin.us is having a big holiday sale right now. Everything is already reduced in price. That's why there's no code specific to us, but head on over, check out their holiday sale. Pick yourself up a pair of tights, a pair of half tights, a pair of their trademarked toe socks. Look, they're Everett Smolders approved. Everett's a big toe guy. He's a big foot guy. He says they're the best socks that he's ever worn. So head on over to exoskin.us. When you check out on the last screen in the comment box, make sure you comment Beer Mile so that they know that we sent you, and you will be entered into a giveaway with them to someone who does enter the comment Beer Mile. So head on over to exoskin.us. Pick yourself up some half tights, some compression socks, some full tights. All right, back to the program. Let's go.
Person. Any of the
No, I've never seen them. Okay,
I've
I
spoken
was
with
wondering if
Joe.
you're cordial with them, because like, I mean, we
No.
talk shit on Instagram, but you're like a kind of nice guy. So.
But the thing is, with you and I, we recognize that we're having a good time. With 10 Beta Sub Elite, I literally ran their business into the ground. I mean, I know they're still.
Wait, time out. So you're saying that you got their coach to leave them?
No, their coach didn't leave them.
Well, I know they fired their coach because they said their coach was not spending enough time with them.
That is so. That Schwartz stuff is so sus on their part.
You know,
do you think it's on their part? I don't know.
Nah, it's on their
dude.
part.
I'll spill the beans right here. Okay, well, first of all, you know when like a public company is being fraud in the stock market and other companies are putting out hit pieces like exposing them.
Yeah.
That's basically what I did. These guys weren't running good times. They were acting like losers on their Instagram. And I was like, no one should be listening to these people. They were not. They were taking the moral high ground, and that was their public image. But behind the scenes, they were not good people. The stuff they did to Tom Schwartz was quite honestly abysmal. I personally talked to Tom about everything. There's no reason he should have been fired.
But did you get did you get the second side of the story? Did you get their side of the story?
I think Tom's side is probably pretty biased.
I think their side is biased. I think Sam Parsons is one of the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen in my life.
I'm
not the biggest Tom Schwartz fan.
I'm the OG Sam Parsons hater. I just want that to be known. This guy was buying his merch when I was saying I hated him.
Like we said on the Craig Engels podcast,
We had Tinman Tuesdays at practice. These kids would all wear their Tinman gear on Tuesdays.
The Ole Miss guys?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
We took the merch, wiped our ass with it, and threw it on the trails of Mississippi, where it belongs.
But okay, I didn't know where to go with that. But I feel like there's two sides. There obviously is two sides to every story.
I mean,
right?
obviously they mean well, and
so if they have a coach, they're a professional team, and if they have a coach that's getting them hurt, and
no, he's not. The coach isn't getting them hurt. They have to take some ownership.
Should we pull up the receipts?
I mean, I'm not gonna pull up the receipts, but
receipts of what?
my DMs with Tom Schwartz.
The inside
okay,
scoop.
I thought you meant like actual like receipts. I was like, fuck. I mean, going to the weed store or what are we talking about?
I mean,
weed store.
Well, the
What
receipts.
are you talking about?
You got receipts.
What weed store are we talking about now? Why are we talking about weed stores now?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Chris is just a little too old to get that.
I didn't know the slang here.
Chris is drunk.
When you say like I have the receipts, like I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here's the proof.
You know, regardless of the reason why these guys got injured, let's not neglect the fact that they made $2 million in merch sales in 2020. That's a fact.
That is a fact.
You know how much Tom Schwartz and his family saw from it?
Well, he's a salaried employee, so he doesn't have equity in the business.
Tom Tinman Schwartz, the OG Tinman.
Oh my
they
god!
stole
Okay,
his,
I mean,
okay.
I agree. Oh, so yes, that was his nickname. I agree with that, but it's his nickname.
Okay,
It's not trademarked. Well, it is trademarked by Drew and Sam.
Yeah, they took his name and trademarked it. That's a
But
piece
it's not
of
his
shit
name.
move.
It's his nickname.
But he's the OG Tinman, and they're taking his name and profiting off of it.
All right. Listen, my MBA classes. So I have a class, ethics. That's my class with Craig, and there are ethic. There's ethics, and there's like laws, and sometimes the ethics and the law cross over. Something is ethical and legal. Sometimes it's ethical but not legal. Sometimes it's legal but not ethical. What they did.
Keep going.
What they did was legal but not ethical. That's what I'm saying. That's what we're saying. What they did is legal.
Fair. Okay.
But it's not ethical to take someone's, I don't know, in my opinion, take their nickname.
His name, image, and likeness.
And he also...
It's scummy.
Yeah.
Technically, they legally them, but it's scummy. And we might have to blur out the F word. I don't know.
I can also agree with you.
I agree with you. Why didn't they change their name?
I mean, once you have a brand name that's like that notable, you can't just...
Also,
it's a big hit.
Did Coach Schwartz not teach Joan how to coach?
He did. Coach Schwartz was the feeder to the Loudoun Valley High School team, which was coached by Joanne. You always call her Joan. I think it's freaking hilarious.
Whatever her name is.
Wait,
I thought her name was Joan.
Joanne Hunter, mommy.
I thought it was
mommy
Joanne.
Tinman.
I thought it was like Joan of Arc.
Tin Mom.
Yeah, Tin Mom.
Their whole entire.
We broke that story. Remember
Yeah.
when we broke that? George anonymously broke that story
about,
back in the day.
What?
Right when they left Tom, we had a podcast called Tin Mom Elite ? Like the day after, he was like, it's like, yeah, Drew Hunter's mom's probably coaching him.
I like our graphic better. It's pretty funny.
But we didn't make the graphic behind it.
Was your graphic the one that had like the submarine?
The devil horn.
Oh shit!
It was like.
Did you see the one with the submarine?
Submarine. Nah, it was it. Dude, there's so many little meme accounts out
Mine
there.
was like a picture of Joan, and then we put I took a baby and photoshopped Drew Hunter's head onto it.
I actually did see that, yeah.
And then we put the quote on it of Sam Parsons, this capitalistic. He was like,
Wait, what's wrong with capitalism? Time out. You're starting a hedge fund and a real estate company, and you have a problem with capitalism.
Capitalism is awesome. Capitalism is awesome.
Okay, thank you.
This scam artist, Sam Parsons.
No, canceled.
We're gonna have to edit that
You've been
out.
talking about him for 15 minutes. Clearly, he occupies space in your brain.
Well, you're giving Tin Man. They just got like another $1,000 in sales.
Yeah.
About to hit $2,000 more in sales.
What?
Look, no, not because we're talking about them. Free advertising. Free advertising.
sorry.
No.
I'm not very smart. I can't.
I'd call it a
things
hit
like that.
piece, not a hit piece.
I will take a third party view, having not had any of the Tin Man on the podcast yet. I'll take the third party view for now.
Have them on, please. I'd like to hear it.
I would love
They
to.
also won't address me or talk to me.
You're blocked on everything, right?
Yeah. I have Everett Smolders Instagram account, WesFly Athletics, and then I have a food account called FUDD's Feast where I post all the food that I make, and they blocked me on there too.
You're a food Insta guy.
I'm a foodie, bro. I'm a cook.
Wait, so does
Hey,
Food
bro,
Insta have more than
I put
Everett?
you on.
This is
I put you on.
I'm his protege in
Yeah,
cooking, but
I'm the head chef. He's a sous chef.
Oh, wait, okay, so WesFly, you're the head guy, and then the Food Insta, you're the head guy.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
not the food Instagram. Just the food in general.
Just the food in general.
Just
And
the
then
food in
he,
general.
okay, and then he's probably
Actually, no. My dad's the CEO of the food.
Really?
'Cause my dad taught me, and then I taught him.
Oh, okay. So wait, is he getting royalties for that?
He might be.
it's a submarine. That's fucking hilarious. There was also one logo I saw where they took the Tin Man logo and they just straight up turned it into a penis. It was literally like a 4th grade drawn penis with like the fucking banners going across.
What is going on right now?
I don't know.
This podcast isn't even a podcast. It's just us like.
But isn't that what? I don't know. That's what the people
it's
want to hear.
just a pregame.
Isn't that what made you guys famous? Shitting on Tin Man Elite.
Huh?
Yeah,
Is that what made us
basically.
famous?
I mean, isn't it?
I mean, that was from video number 1, right? So
I feel like that's what I first heard about
it
you
helped.
guys. It's like,
So
oh,
like it
these
might have
guys-
hurt for some people, but it like found the audience, right?
Yeah, I feel like
I feel like
I was like the spokesperson for the people that wanted to keep quiet about Tin Man being the way they were, because I would go on runs with professional athletes and coaches, and they were seeing what they were doing, the performances they were putting up, and I was just the person to actually come to the public and be like, yo, these guys are like not what you should be.
Not to expose anyone, but like a lot of people at DM'd you. I remember like when you were first started doing it, they're like, thank you for like calling these guys out, like they suck and like all this stuff. And not gonna say any names, but like pretty like high profile people in the the world of running and athletics.
So, but don't you think that WesFly? I mean, aside from real estate hedge fund, like, don't you think that like selling merch though is like part of the business model though?
Oh yeah.
So are you hating on you're hating on like that they're not like the top of the top elites.
I'm hating on
they're like the most inspirational.
I don't hate on their merch. I hate on their singing bowls.
Okay.
They're $300 cereal bowls that they sell to high schoolers and say, "Oh yeah, buy this $300 bowl and you'll be a better runner." When you can go to the mall and buy it for $20 from some kiosk.
And why do you need that bowl? Like, what's it
That's
gonna
a
do?
great-
Because Sam
question.
Parsons told you that it'll make you a better runner.
Yeah, like
You know, and I'm the voice to come out here and tell you, you know what? Don't listen to that bull crap.
Yeah.
Put in the work, do the right lifestyle, and results will come.
I agree.
So who's in WesFly? I guess who's like on the. Do you guys have like a sponsor team? KK just signed with Under Armour.
Yeah,
So he's not like a WesFly guy.
yeah.
Anymore. So like,
I
who's
think
WesFly?
it was just something for like Casey to do at the time.
Yeah.
Is that part of the future though? Is like you want to sign athletes or no?
Yeah, we do want to sign.
mean,
Right now,
ideally.
all right, you're looking at the board right here.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is everyone who has
All right,
like,
board meeting. Here we go.
This is everyone-
Who's taking the minutes? Someone. Okay. Got it.
this is everyone who has ownership in WesFly.
Okay.
And you
And
know,
so is this it's a partnership between you two? Or 60-40?
I mean, I still
70-30?
I still have a 100% ownership in it.
Okay.
But
Okay.
you know, ideally,
it's complicated.
yeah.
Guys.
Well,
There's some dirty laundry here on
no,
the board meeting.
no, not dirty laundry. It's just like I don't really have any of my own money that I can afford to put up.
Okay.
So all I can really
So sweat equity.
Yeah, so I'm
fair.
I'm sweat equity.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right. So if I wanted to own 51%, how much money do I have to put up?
I don't want to sell.
If I want to own 49%,
I think you need to win that beer mile.
Well, if we're talking like straight up intrinsic value of the company, it's probably worth $10,000 a year right now, the way it is right now.
Okay.
So I don't know how that would work out with what you have to pay, but I don't ever want to sell a share. And the thing about Kosha being on the board right now is the belief from the beginning and being with me from doing something we want to do and have fun with it and not giving a shit about, like, we didn't come make WesFly to make money, although that would be ideal, you know, find your passion and find a way to monetize it. But yeah, you know, being loyal from the start goes a long way, and wherever it goes, whether it's a multi-million-dollar company or, you know, smaller than ever, fuck it. It'll just go wherever it goes.
Who do you need? Are you looking for like people to lead these different arms of the company, or?
Ideally, I want to automate it because I don't like doing. It's not that I don't like doing the busy work. I think it's better if I find, Kosha, you edit the videos, find someone else to film it, find someone to do the merch, and I am like directing all the operations.
Yeah.
So, you know, from a business standpoint, that's what we need. But from a performance standpoint and making a track team, ideally we want to take on a bunch of like sub-elites. WesFly sub-elite.
But then build them.
We want to make a group of guys that are very, very good runners.
Blue collar.
And they want to get to the next level,
and explode from there, because we don't have we're not Adidas, we're not Nike, we don't have hundreds of $1,000s to throw at these people.
Yeah.
But like Coach and I, we'll probably run 351 in the mile this year, something like that.
Maybe like 349.
Yeah, 349, something like that. You know, that's enough to make a noise on the pro running scene.
I mean, 349 is a hell of enough to make a noise on the pro running scene.
I mean, the one thing that we talked about was so doing something like real estate related in like Scottsdale or Phoenix, and kind of having like dudes who aren't good enough to like sign a professional deal but like want to run pro, and like, all right, like come run for us and we'll like take you to meets and stuff, and we'll like give you like your accommodations, but you gotta like it's like you work for it too. Like, so, you know, if we're like renovating a house, like demoing it, or like landscaping or whatever, like, you know, like kind of help out, or like maybe we don't cover your living but we pay you, like, you know, something like that, but kind of like make it sort of like a business that's performed by up and coming
Like Hanson's Brooks sort of thing, like you come work in the store.
I
something
can
like
see
that. Something like
I could
that.
definitely see that working.
I mean, I'm gonna be doing real estate either way, whether I'm running, not running, running pro, not running pro, no matter what. I'm gonna be doing that. My dad got put onto that about like 15, 16 years ago, and he just talks about how that's like the best thing that ever happened to him. So that's what I'm gonna be doing when I graduate.
There are a number of runners in that area doing that. Matt Lano.
Yeah. I saw he just got his
Durgan's
license pretty recent,
husband.
right?
Yeah. And they're doing well. So
yeah. No, I'd like to do
definitely
more
work.
like property management than like maybe be like an agent, but
yeah, it's a solid.
yeah.
a
No,
good
I mean,
way.
if you grind young, you can be like pretty financially free pretty early on in your life. So
Yeah.
So not only could we be a team of professional track athletes, we can also be a team of real estate moguls.
So who's running the hedge fund division? That's where I'm trying to come in. You know.
bro, it's the CEO, man.
I mean,
CEO's got the option.
So
the options
I
trading.
haven't seen any Robinhood trades lately.
I mean,
A lot of our listeners are into the stonks and crypto. So let me hear it.
What are your favorite shit coins right now?
Yeah, give me some shit
check out
coins.
this one.
I'm a big fan of
performance. It's pretty
Cumcoin
good.
personally.
That's not a great one performance.
Wow, that's like to the moon.
Hey, for all the listeners out there, don't trade options. Just buy shares.
This is financial advice. Buy and hold.
This is
Index
financial
funds or
advice
individual shares?
from WesFly Investments.
I say buy the options.
What about NFTs? Are those good?
Yeah, NFT. I mean, do we want to get into the metaverse? Because I mean, we'll probably.
hear it,
I mean,
yeah.
we'll probably be running races on treadmills in the metaverse in 10 years.
Whoa, I didn't even think about that.
Dude, everything's
Shit.
going digital. All humanity.
Whoa.
Humanity is done, bro.
What if your treadmill's not calibrated the same as someone else's
it would
treadmill?
have to
Then
be.
you're
It would
virtually
have
gonna
to be.
win the virtual turkey trot, and you're virtually gonna get your virtual medal that you put in your virtual wallet that you can virtually flex on all the virtual people in there.
I mean, I'm not wrong.
Bro, you had too many beers, bro.
No, it's not wrong though. I mean,
It's like that Black
I mean-
Mirror episode where they're all running on the treadmills and they have
dude,
to
you're
like.
getting points and
Yeah.
The older and
exactly.
older I get, the more and more I feel like I'm living in a Black Mirror episode.
Black Mirror called it first. Yeah, they're just like 10 years ahead.
My
basically.
life has felt like a simulation the last like 3 weeks. I swear. I swear to God.
For different reasons.
Yeah, wait, what? Was it the cross country nationals?
No, I just feel like things just feel so weird these days. I don't know. Like the world is so weird. Like this NFTs and the metaverse and just
Bitcoin.
like it just seems like a TV
Fake,
show.
dude.
Have you like school's been normal for you guys, right? Like in person.
Yeah, we gotta wear masks.
Yeah,
Ever since
but-
I went to web after coronavirus, I try and take all my web classes online because it's just turning into science. I mean, the education system, in my opinion, is the biggest load of crap.
Okay, I'm sorry. Like you.
I mean, I'm not in the MBA program.
No. I agree with you. Like you literally pay like $30,000 a year to go to some big school and have some 58-year-old white guy tell you watch movies well.
And dude, and Brad and Chad,
Like, honestly.
I mean,
Brad and Chad down the street
Yeah.
on Fraternity Row literally have answers to all the tests.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I mean,
you're
Chad,
literally, it's
yeah,
like
it's
if
the
your
same.
parents are sending you to
Yeah.
college, it's like, okay, have a fun 4-year vacation. We'll see you when you're
Really,
home, buddy.
it really is. I mean, like, unless you're doing like,
sure.
I mean, honestly, most of my classes, I feel like were not even harder than high school, personally.
I think all mine were easier.
Yeah,
Our
like
high school actually taught us how to, write papers and stuff.
Yeah.
And this one, as long as you have 5 paragraphs, you get an A.
yeah, it's.
What was your undergrad, Michael?
I did finance and real estate double major.
Okay, cool.
Like,
Was that even a major? That wasn't even a major at Iowa State.
We had finance, we didn't have real estate.
That's
We
crazy.
didn't
That's
have
crazy.
real
That was a
estate,
major. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, basically, most of the classes that you took at the end were just kind of like. They were basically finance classes just centered around like real estate
Oh,
problems.
okay.
Like,
Yeah.
like
Understanding if you could actually like afford
yeah,
to.
the
yeah,
classes
cash
were
flows and
basically the
whatnot.
exact same
Yeah.
with some different like vocabulary you had to memorize.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm not a big fan of the education system. I don't have a solution. I think I'm one of those people that can like see what's wrong with something but not figure out like a solution for it. I'm like, this is wrong. It should be done different, but I have no idea where to start.
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Education system, I feel like, is one of those. It's just like your first 2-3 years, it's just like you're paying literally $30,000 for nothing.
Yeah. I mean,
Ceramics.
Yeah, ceramics. Like,
I did ceramics.
I literally, I have an art minor.
yeah, true.
I've done
I guess you would have had done everything.
ceramics, drawing, painting, 3D design. Next semester, I'm taking a Photoshop class, so
Okay.
that'll be useful.
Wait, do you make all the stuff for WesFly or no?
No.
no, I do all of it.
Okay. Oh shit.
He basically does everything. I just have the ideas.
The ideas, man.
No, yeah. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah.
Let me fire off some listener questions.
Yeah, I didn't know how to do any of that beforehand. That's why I used Final Cut because I just looked online.
That's the good thing. Like
and I heard it was.
I mean,
easier.
to the point though, like you don't have to have school to teach you skills that are needed in the industry today. Like you can literally just go on YouTube and see like how do I like edit a video well or animate something, and then like an hour later you could be better than 99% of the rest of the world just if you invest your time in it.
Back to school again. Literally every problem you do in school you can find on YouTube. So what are we paying these professors? Yeah, $150,000 a year for.
I mean, you need the piece of paper to validate yourself. Basically, I mean,
it's dumb.
It's to really validate dumb. For the company that you deserve $30,000 more a year.
To go to this company, spend your first 6 months learning how to actually work at the company because nothing you learn in school actually applies to it.
Yeah. I think a big part of school though is like proving that you can figure it out.
Fair enough.
Exactly. Like you don't learn it when you're in school, but like you learn how to figure things out in school.
Yeah.
So before we get to rapid fire, this podcast is sponsored by Happy Dad.
Yeah, so
as well as Ego Skin.
Are you letting him take over the sponsor portion?
I'm sorry, you guys had a good run. Happy Dad's taking
So Steve was actually DMing me the other day. Stevewilldoit, and he was like, "Hey, make sure to."
He was. That's a joke.
Well, let's get our honest.
Like, make sure.
Wait, is that actually his drink?
Yeah, let's get our honest.
So legit, pineapple is my favorite like flavor in general.
Wait, is that Stevewilldoit's brand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Stevewilldoit.
Full Send.
Yeah.
I mean, more Kyle.
Like he owns it or whatever?
Yeah. This is the Note Boys.
That's gonna set them up for life.
So this is manufactured in Wisconsin, and it's like whatever half owned by Note Boys.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, I mean, I actually really like that because
it's not
pineapple
it's not
like,
syrupy.
Yeah, I mean, and also the pineapple. That's really freaking good. Jax, you should try this really quick. You like pineapple stuff?
Get in here.
That's good stuff.
Come on now, get in the camera.
Really good stuff.
Y'all be eating a lot of pineapple.
Next question. Dude, what do you think? First Happy Dad? Pretty good, right? Wait, really good. Does this one have the... Wait, is this one like, you have electrolytes in it or no?
I'm wondering about that.
I feel like they said something about it. It tastes like a little salty. So much. Oh, yeah, with electrolytes.
Yeah, bro, this will give you no hangover at all.
I mean, pretty much. They can sell anything, though. It doesn't matter.
Boys, what the fuck is up?
So, Steve, yeah. Okay, fire away.
I want to start the listener questions.
Okay, well, so 1 sec. So you've said that Stevewilldoit is your spirit animal.
That is true.
Okay, so
we were calling him FUDD. We'll do it for a little bit.
So
I'm a man of many nicknames.
So do you think? So would he be? I guess first question: would he be your dream like podcast guest or like just dream collab? Or is there someone better? Conor McGregor.
Yeah, I'm more into like sports and performance.
Okay.
In terms of my interest.
So is him chugging a handle of Fireball not performance?
I mean, it's entertainment.
I don't get how he's not dead.
Like, do you know Shoe Nice?
That's why he like kind of stopped. Oh yeah, I know Shoe Nice. Like that guy is like basically his brain is basically.
I'm like
Shoe Nice is gross.
I'm like
nothing going on.
Wow, I'm gonna watch this.
Yeah.
This guy's a loser. But like dream podcast guest, Conor McGregor, man.
Fair.
Okay. That's my.
What about Colby Covington?
Ooh, actually, nowadays we might have to bring Covington on the podcast.
Okay. Do you want McGregor's number? I can give it to you.
Cap.
Total cap, yeah.
Are you a Falcons fan from Atlanta?
No, to be honest, man, I don't watch I don't watch football, basketball, baseball. The only sports I really watch are UFC and track and field.
Okay.
And I'm so confused as to why track and field is such a dying sport because I have so much fun watching running.
It used to be so hype. What's that?
Wait, is it dying or is it?
I honestly think it's in a renaissance right now.
Or is it going up? Like I don't know.
It's going up right now, but like
it used to be. They used to sell out like
at least
Madison Square Garden for indoor games.
To your like average Joe friend group, you're not like, yo, let's go watch fucking Cole Hawker.
Yeah. Let's go pay for this $5 like stream on this website.
Yeah,
it's gonna be sweet.
I know it like I'm from Des Moines. Like Drake, they host a lot like NCAAs and like USA's occasionally. Like a big thing is like they don't serve beer there, and it's like
I don't understand
why not. Like so many more people would come. It's like I can go just hang out and have a beer and watch track. Like
Friday night track meet.
At Ole Miss, no one cares about. I mean, people care about baseball, but it's like a very spectator, boring sport.
Yeah,
but
people just go drink.
No. The outfield is in a different county, so you're allowed to bring your own cooler in. And dude, there's thousands of people there just sitting there drinking, and then every time there's a home run, everyone just throws their beer in the air. But it's like so fun because
beer
it's just
showers.
it's like a social event.
Yeah.
With like something going on the side.
We could definitely learn something from that.
I always say like it'd be awesome for our homie this year if we could do like just buy a shitload of kegs and do like $1 like plastic cups of beer and just like put flyers all around campus and have like all the distance events at the same time, like all back to back, and just have like lane 5 or whatever, like fenced off, and just have all these drunk frat guys like dude, have them yell at you. It'd be awesome. It'd be fucking awesome.
I mean, even if it's a hostile environment, like people
it's
throwing...
like a pregame. Hey guys, like $1 beers. Come yell at a bunch of skinny kids running around a track, and then go walk to the bars after. Dude,
the thing is,
like, why not?
If that happened, all the kids from other schools would go home being like, "That was so mean." Like these kids were throwing beers at me. Like, listen.
I think that should be discouraged.
Treat me like a fucking circus animal. Throw your beers at me. Tell me I'm gonna suck. Tell me I'm not gonna win, and I'll fucking love it.
I mean,
why are you folding under the pressure? Why don't you just have a good time with it and lean into it?
That is true. I mean, running. I will say the one thing in running is people. So in the other sports, there's tons of like people controversy. Like it builds a storyline. There's a lot of debate. There's a lot of like some people bashing on certain people, so on and so forth. Like running is very much like overall positive vibes, which maybe that's better. Maybe we're like more sophisticated than other sports. But I can see where for the general population, people love drama. They love like the excitement, the controversy.
They do.
And like in running, there's not really any of that.
Look at all the popular TV shows.
You don't even know who's going to show up to the race. You don't even know who teams are going to show up to the race. So like, it's kind of hard to build hype around it.
I feel like
a lot of people scratch last minute. Like it's like I don't even know how to build a storyline around it.
I feel like it's different for like a team sport as well because it's like you have your whole team behind you if like you talk shit. But and then like UFC, it's like. You talk shit, but it's like, I'm about to go beat the shit out of this guy.
Exactly.
So it's different.
So
but like
it's
running,
valid.
it's like, if I run 1 second slower than this guy, like, I look like a fool if I talk shit. Like,
it's true. It's very true.
So I was texting you earlier asking if Tinman to Sub Elite was coming to this race. And the plan was to bring all the media equipment, the camera, get a megaphone. When they're lining up, yo, Joey Cheese! Don't get out too hard. Don't rig. You can't handle the pace. The heat's going to get to you. Parsoni, you sure that Achilles going to hold up?
Well, he wouldn't be there. It's the U.S.
Huh?
He wouldn't be there.
Well, I don't care. I mean, was it U.S. only today?
Yeah.
I mean, Drew Hunter can fill the place.
Oh, is Sam not dual or what?
I think once you say,
I don't
know how the rules work.
Sam Parsons? No, he's authentic German.
He's declared to Germany.
He's like Germany.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, I don't know how that
Is
works.
Cory Leslie still a coach for them?
No.
No, Cory Leslie.
Okay.
Snake season. Let's hear it, Kosha.
No. Well, hold on.
I'll spill the beans.
I don't have any beans to spill. All I was gonna say is I think there's more to him leaving Tinman. I don't know the tea, but I think there's some tea there to be spilled because the way I look at it is they brought in Cory Leslie like a year and a half before they basically kicked out Schwartz. So I thought they brought in Leslie
to be the
replacement for Schwartz. And I heard that he got an offer that he couldn't refuse to go to Tinman. So I'm like, okay, there's probably something going on there. And then he randomly left too. And then Drew Hunter's mom starts it almost seems like it almost seems like they had Leslie lined up, and then all of a sudden Leslie's not our coach. We need someone like really fast. Oh, Drew, like your mom coaches mediocre high schoolers. Like, why doesn't she come coach our pro group?
So at Stumptown Twilight at like the post race party, Leslie was trying to fight people. Like he was like talking shit. He was like trying to throw punches.
Okay, I heard. I don't even know who told me.
You went
this.
to ASU, so there's connections there.
Yeah, but it wasn't someone from ASU that told me, but someone told me that when he was the coach there. I don't know. Sorry, Leslie, this is gonna bring your reputation, buddy, but whatever. I heard that he would get like really drunk with the kids on the team, like really drunk.
I could see that.
Like I don't even know who told me that. Maybe I'm just making it up, but I'm pretty sure someone told me.
Yeah, he got dragged away by like someone just like had him by like from
at that one meet you said?
Yeah, as he was trying to like I'm gonna fight you as he's like getting dragged away.
That's awesome. I love that.
Imagine, I kind of respect that. Imagine Dathan Ritzenhein doing that.
Dathan Ritzenhein
or Jerry Schumacher. Honestly, if Dathan or Jerry did that, I'd be like, all right, those kids are cool. But since
they have reputations.
Since it's Tinman and Sub Elite, I'm like, yo, get your shit together. Like, what is going on with you guys?
And Joey Baggs was there too, and he was like trying to like pretend like, oh, I don't know this. Like, I'm not associated with him.
I think something happened there because Drew and Leslie were like really close. Drew would come to Tempe like by himself when Leslie was still coaching at ASU. He would train there. Like they were really tight. And then all of a sudden, there's no announcement of why Leslie leaves and goes. I mean, maybe he's got a good deal from Under Armour. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know they're pouring a lot of money into that team, but I don't know. I think there's something more to it.
Yeah.
Under Armour also lost a lot of people though too, so it's kind of I guess it's just like a full
out
turnover.
with the old, in with the new.
They gave them a free out though, didn't they?
They all the people that didn't want to race in Under Armour shoes. They
sent a text to all their athletes and said, "When the train's coming, get off the tracks, Junior."
All right, you said first listener question right here.
Is rapid fire the final part of the podcast? Because I have a question for Jason over here.
Let's start with there. Yeah, start with that.
So this is a from an athlete's point of view question about your Whoop band.
About my what?
Your Whoop.
Oh, my Whoop. Yeah. Okay.
What do you got one too? What do y'all use it for?
I got it for free. I use it for sometimes I look at the app just out of curiosity. Like in all seriousness, I wanted to see like if how I was feeling when if I wake up in the morning, I'm like, God, I feel like shit. It's like nice to see if Whoop thinks I feel like shit or not, and usually it says I feel like shit if I feel like shit.
Well, that's a.
Like it's kind of like how you feel.
Okay, it's warranted. Yeah, because I see it's a very popular product in the fitness community and whatnot, and I wonder if I had one and I looked at the app and what it was telling me, I would be like, I'm absolutely fucked.
Yeah, I mean, you don't look at it before. Like, I never look at it in the morning before workout or anything. I'm just like, I look at it after the fact and just kind of like a gauge of like, did it make sense or not? But
so I'm like a big data guy, and like the big like draw for me was like every day you like have like a journal where you say like what you did the previous day, and you can see it'll give you trends on like how that affects your like recovery and like performance, and that was kind of what drew me in. Honestly, I'm probably not going to renew it when my membership's up. Like,
they don't get you on the sale of the band; they get you on the membership.
The band is
$30.
free.
It's $30 every month, and then the second you don't pay, you lose all your data. So then it's like a hook to be like, I got to pay forever, basically.
But it just like tells me what I already know.
I mean, smart.
It's like
business
I feel like shit.
I mean,
like,
Whoop sponsors podcasts,
cool.
so I mean, if you want to sponsor us, I'll say I love it, man. I fucking love the Whoop.
Whoop.
I would pay $1,000 a month for this thing.
Whoop.
I love it.
If you want to sponsor us, you guys suck.
Again, the opinions expressed here are not the Beer Mile Podcast. Each individual has their own opinions, and we're cool with that, you know?
If you want to train like a monster, go to wes-fly.com. Buy the Hypershock Advanced Recovery Slides. Those are what'll get your legs feeling good.
Is that what those are?
The Yeezy slides.
Go cop the West Yeezys. Don't be looking for reasons as to why you'll be feeling bad. Find reasons why you'll be feeling good, baby.
I feel like I feel like we didn't talk about anything. Like I can't even think of one thing we talked about.
Can you think of a podcast where anything is actually talked about? I mean, what did you want me to ask you how your splits were at nationals cross country?
No, I wasn't looking for. No.
Let's compare splits.
How did you run?
He beat me by like 3 minutes or 2 minutes or something. So yeah. You know.
I wasn't asking about splits. I was just saying.
I don't know. I feel like, but see, that's the thing is like every other running podcast, they're like, "How was your training?
Yeah.
What'd you do to get ready? How was your race?" And like we don't ever talk. Like I just want to like get to know the people, and it's like that's the difference.
No, this is a good one.
Yeah,
I would rank this one higher than Craig's probably.
I didn't even finish the whole Craig when I fell asleep. I was trying to watch it.
You fell asleep during Craig?
Literally we were.
Oh, like editing it.
We were in the car ride yesterday.
Our Craig. I thought it was their Craig podcast.
No, ours.
Oh, our Craig.
Wait, you
podcast.
fell asleep during my Craig podcast?
Well, no, listen, hold on.
Bro, ours was fire.
Okay, no. I'm not saying it was fire.
It was 2 hours long.
No. I was trying to watch it, but that couch over there is so comfortable, and I just fell asleep.
You gotta. I listen to them on Spotify. No video, just audio.
Yeah.
That's what,
No.
in my
We were
opinion.
also listening to our own Craig Engels podcast, and
I
it was an
fell
hour and a
asleep.
half long, and we were trying to like get what we talked about at what time, and what to cut
thumbnails.
out and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then 30 minutes in, Coach is leaning out the passenger's door like. I was like, all right.
I was so useless on that drive.
CEO exec decisions on what's cut, you know.
Well, I mean, y'all are gonna choose the non-executive decisions on what to cut. What about the?
I mean, there's nothing to cut other than when you went to pee.
What about?
We'll know that one too. Okay, we just cut
That's what I was referring to.
All right,
We'll cut that and that.
Hey, note to self: cut. Okay, there. I'll see the sound waves. Okay, we're good. Back at it. No, I do actually listen back through it, but I mean,
I'm sure you do.
We don't cut much. I mean, there is some tea that's definitely way too much from some people when they
Really?
come on here.
You've gotten some tea that's like too much, and you're like,
bit.
we can't. Yeah.
What'd you cut on
For patrons only.
What'd you cut on the Craig Engels?
Oh, nothing was cut there. They afterward. Well, they were also. I don't know if they can consent when they're 10 beers deep. But afterwards, we were like, I mean, you cannot.
Whoa.
This is probably cut too. Everything is cut. Oh my god.
So hold on. What
I
were
can't
they?
say anything anymore.
What were they consenting to, Chris?
Right after we finished, I was like, "Is there anything that he's cut?" And Craig was like, "Leave it all in." I was like, "Great, easy editing. Let's go." He was like, "Leave it all in."
Chris, leave what in?
Dude, I knew you were suspect.
Okay, what was this listener question over
Wait.
here?
We got more to cover before the listener questions.
Okay, what else do we have to cover?
We'll wrap it up with the listener questions.
Okay,
I have two questions. The first one is very straightforward. The second one is going to need some explanation.
Okay.
Number one, how much money did you make on your beer mile video that had 200,000 views?
I mean, I'll tell you right now. Not as much as I would hope.
I would think it would be like at least two and a half grand.
No.
What?
No.
Wasn't it 30 minutes long or so?
It's 30 minutes long. I mean, I'll tell you right now. I'll just go to it. That one.
You in the studio app?
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I have no reason to lie. I'll tell you what I made off it. That's it. Wait, just let me make sure.
Dude,
that's it. $1,000.
I would have thought your subscriber count would have gone brazy after that.
Dude, we're trying. We're trying.
Everyone is trying to get that one video that really takes off, and
it did.
Yeah,
it did.
Damn.
I don't know.
We got to get the audience retention. And then the second question was, where can we expect to see Beer Mile this next winter, spring, and summer? Other than the $2,000 stake on the line for the Beer Mile Championship.
I think that'll be huge for us.
That should be. Hey, we should put that $2,000 bet at Beer Mile US Champs.
I mean, okay, so to be like perfectly honest at this point, the way there's a couple avenues to blow the Beer Mile up. One is Cory just keeps getting faster. Like you keep getting videos of Cory, obviously.
Cory's a beast.
WesFly athlete.
Debatable.
We have photo and video evidence.
Wait, okay, I actually have a question for you after this. Remind me to ask you this question. Okay. So Cory keeps getting better, but I think at this point people have seen Cory crush it for 4 years. Like that's not as clickbaity. 2 pro runners doing it. So that's what we're talking about. Like, do we pay pro runners to do it? And then the third avenue is we're talking about with athletic brewing, because it's easier to have beer miles when you don't have to have insurance because there's no alcohol. Like, could we do a race series where like Chicago, San Francisco, New York all have beer miles, but it's NA beer. So it's like you can literally just rent a track like a normal track meet.
Yeah.
Yes, it's easy. So those would be like the 3 routes. So hopefully we do like a series with athletic, but then like, I mean, I think like you got to get some pros involved. That's really the thing.
Yeah.
Like it'd be cool if someone could really challenge Cory. I think that's really the only way at this point. Cause right now he's just like killing everyone. So what are you going to do about that?
He's like a extremely legit runner as it is. So like,
how is he such he's such a piss tank? He can just drink beer.
Dude,
like it looks so easy.
And he said he hadn't chugged, like he hadn't done a practice beer mile since the previous world champs that he did, which was 2 years before that. Out of the bottles.
I mean, he must have drank a ton in college then, right? He had to.
I don't think so, dude.
I think he's just a fucking tank.
Like when I asked him, he said like, I was like, dude, your technique's perfect. He's like, yeah, I just like watch some videos of you guys, and you see something, you repeat it, and he was just good at it. I don't know.
Really nice guy though, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he's an awesome dude.
Oh, he's a beauty. Yeah.
So the question is, what is the WesFly sponsorship deal? Because what I told him the second that you posted the picture of him last year with the WesFly jersey on, I sent a DM to him and I was like, what's he paying you? I'll pay you double.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he told me about that.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Okay. So the deal with the WesFly sponsorships as of recently, if someone's my boy or, someone's going out to an unattached race and they want to run under WesFly and they're not a complete scrub.
Huh? Can you talk about this?
Yeah, I mean, NIL deals have gone through. Someone wants to,
you can DM me tomorrow if you need to delete it. That's fine. It's not going out tomorrow. So
you know, if one of my boys or one of my friends or teammates, you know, wants to rep the WesFly, I'm all for it, you know, appreciate it, love it. But if I'm trying to, you know, get a high level athlete and we do one race contracts where here's what I think you're worth for this race. I pay them a fair amount. I'll give you the opportunity to go out to this race. You just got to wear my jersey, run how you run. If you run really well, here are the performance incentives. And then I'll pay your flight home, and then that's that. You're working under me for one race.
That's an interesting model. Okay, I like that.
I just want to give people an opportunity.
Yeah, I like that.
Because a lot of like sub elites don't have the money to go to really high level races.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, by the time you do flight, hotel, all this.
Basically,
yeah, it's very expensive.
Basically, at the end of the contracts, it's I'll pay your expenses, and if you run really well, where I can, you know, take your image and you're repping the WesFly, then I'll pay you bonuses that I think you're worth.
That's actually a pretty cool model, to be honest. Yeah.
But
so Cory did he just run the one race then for you?
Literally.
No,
yeah, him.
No, I only ran one.
Him, Lionel, and Talbot Cox. They're all a bunch of really cool guys, and I've been in touch with them. We don't just talk about like contracts and whatever, but we've been in touch about, you know, what WesFly is, how it could impact the tri community, yada yada yada, how it's different. And then one day we just got to like. He was like, yo, I'm racing this race this weekend. Adidas just dropped me. I'd love to rep WesFly. If we can make something work, we make something work. And then sure enough, we made something work. We took everything we could from that. Yeah. And we used it to our advantage. And he walked away. He walked away with a new pair of Air Zoom Victories and a few $100s in his pocket. And all he had to do was go around like a 342, 1500.
Yeah,
I think it was like 346.
346. I don't know.
And he had to bring out the arm farm for the pictures too.
Exactly. I mean,
dude's yoked.
Not Talbot.
Dude,
Talbot
so
went there.
built. He's so built.
Dude, yeah.
He's so shredded.
Bro.
Yeah.
Did you say Cory was watching your videos to learn how to like better like drinking technique?
Yeah, so
it's ironic.
Lewis
You should be watching his.
I mean, now I look at the splits. I beat him in the drinking by a couple seconds. He'll acknowledge that he was a little nervous before I dropped like a 66 on his 60. But anyway, no, he because Lewis Kent, the other Canadian that had the world record, and then he just got into it. So he said he was just like watching the previous videos and seeing like oh, you like just you grab the bottle, you open it, you like down it while you're walking. It's just like you see it enough times and then you go do it a few times, you kind of like figure it out. So
Lewis Kent got like a deal from Brooks, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
he got a deal.
Yeah, okay, I think if I remember correctly, everyone
sounds like it was fat.
Beer Mile Podcast, episode number 5.
Did he talk about how much it was? Did he say how much it was on the podcast?
So
because I heard
he talked about how much it was. So all the headlines said Lewis Kent signed 6-figure deal with Brooks. It was 6 figures, assuming that he maxed out all the bonuses.
It was like $85K, right?
But like I don't know what he ended up making, but it was like assuming he had hit all the deals, it would be $100K.
I remember
he was probably somewhere between 50.
When
and
that
70
happened,
or 50
everyone in Canada was like, "What is going on?" This guy who runs.
I mean, at that point, he was killing everyone. So
this guy who runs like a 4 or 5 1500 is making like 6 figures. Like, is the beer mile the future? Like.
It's the future.
That brings me to my next question. So here we are today running USATF cross country championships. Here we are a month and a half ago running beer mile world championships. How do you structure your training? What do you train for? How often are you doing beer workouts? Like, what are you doing in the day-to-day life in terms of a runner?
Don't show too much. You might take it from you.
No, I mean nothing. The reality is nothing. I'm not doing other than my wife can attest to this. All I do is I leave an empty bottle by my kitchen sink. Every time I want to drink water, right? I fill it with water and I chug it like 10 times a day. That's it.
I've heard that.
That's it. And I don't do anything else. I just run.
You run? Yeah, you run.
I run.
You don't do workouts?
I mean, I do workouts.
What do you train for? I mean, what do you train? Are you training? It depends on the next race on the calendar.
So, like, if the next race is the beer mile, then I'll train for the beer mile. But I don't know. I've done everything, like marathons.
What's next?
Shamrock Shuffle 8K in March. It's like the USA Nationals Road 8K for USA Nationals Road 8K champs.
When do you think you'll stop running, if ever?
God, never. I want to, dude. Seeing the USATF Club Nats today, seeing the 60-year-olds out there balling out on AKs, I want to be fucking winning that thing. Yeah. So hopefully, I mean,
it's sad when we talk to runners and they're just waiting to retire and they're like they want to be done with it. I'm like, why don't you just find a way to enjoy it? I mean, but
sure.
Craig,
no, for sure.
Literally, Craig, we asked him like
he was being so soft.
He said running's just a paycheck for him. Like
I mean,
other than
I
that,
don't
part of my
believe that.
take.
There's no way you
On
can
part of
put
my
in-
take, he was like, I hate running.
yeah.
There's no. I feel like that's not true.
You can't
though.
make it to
You
that
can't-
level without.
He's
having
so
passion.
dramatic. He was
No.
being so dramatic.
Yeah,
last
you can't
summer.
go out there every day and put in that level of effort
No.
and not be like at least
At least
enjoy
thinking about
getting
like,
something out of the process. You gotta get something out of the process. There's no way.
Running like it's enjoyable.
No.
No, it is enjoyable.
Or getting done with it is enjoyable.
Oh, 100%. Well,
I think
yeah,
it's
100%.
enjoyable. Like
it
when
is-
I don't
it also
run,
is
like
enjoyable.
I'm mentally fucked. It's
Yeah.
like therapy. Like
Yeah.
my
Free
fiance is
therapy.
like she goes to like has a
sure.
therapist and she's like, do you like need like mental health? I'm like, no, like running is like it keeps me good.
It, like even if you're not racing, if you like, I would if I wasn't racing, I feel like every day I just go out and run for an hour, just like
Yeah.
chill, just easy,
Yeah.
just like run for an hour,
Yeah.
call it a day, you
Yeah.
know, something. Then you can eat more too. You can.
Reflect on your-
You can
That-
do
wow,
less.
that's my favorite
But honestly,
part.
it's like all of it. It's just like you just feel better for the day.
It's just like my like mental like alone time.
Yeah.
All right, should we go to the rapid fire questions or what are you thinking?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Unless you have more questions.
All right. What? Will, you had a question 30 minutes ago. What do you got?
You talked about one day WesFly sponsorships earlier, but I'm wondering you could pick any athlete to
That's a good
represent WesFly with the WesFly on their singlet for say a season or even a day. Who would it be, and maybe what would the peak race be?
All right. So the question was, just in case the mic isn't holding up, who would WesFly prefer to have as their sponsored athlete? That they could pick anyone besides Chris Robertson.
Well, first and foremost, Chris Robertson will never represent WesFly for the return.
Do we know that though? Do we know that? What if there's
We-
an
we-
acquisition
we
of
might- we
WesFly
might-
LLC by Beer Mile Media LLC? We don't know.
I like this ownership.
don't know.
I like this mailbox money. I like this ownership.
What
I-
if Chris beats Cory Bellemore?
Yeah.
Then I don't care. What's up,
on in.
baby? I don't care if he beats Cory Bellemore. Maybe there could be some sort of partnership for a 4 by a mile beer mile world championships. Is that a thing?
We can make it a thing.
But anyways,
Oh my god.
The 4x.
Bro, there's not you can't
No,
make-
does anyone want to watch for 30
there
minutes?
aren't 8 active runners in the world that can finish a beer mile. You can't even have 2 teams.
anyways, probably honestly Cole Hawker. I think if I get Cole Hawker in 2024, right before he goes to Paris, I think he has a shot at winning gold. I think he's the next American talent. I respect the shit out of him. I'm like a little fanboy when it comes to watching him run. That little nerdy runner boy in me. I'm like, holy
He
shit.
left out a verb there. Or no, he left out a noun there.
What noun did I leave out? Nerdy runner boy.
So you would pick Cole over Coop? Do you think Cole has a bigger upside than Coop?
Yeah, 100%. And it's just like, you know, I'm
that
not.
kick
I mean,
is
if
deadly.
I was looking for the biggest bang for my buck for sponsoring someone, shit, I'd probably sponsor like freaking Bryce Hall or some shit. But like, that's not what
I
WesFly's
don't even know
about.
who that is.
I don't either.
He's a TikToker.
He's an e-boy TikToker that's like
okay.
cringe as fuck.
He's a beast, bro.
Yeah.
What does he do? What does he do?
He does a Renegade on an iPhone front-facing camera for 14-year-old girls.
Nice, he crushes the Renegade. Good to know.
No,
So-
they did that. They did like a big boxing thing. It was like TikTok versus YouTube, and like none of them can box, but it made a bunch of money because it's drama, which is what we're trying to do. Make drama.
That's why after this, I'm saying it now so I don't forget. We should, for a thumbnail for this video, we gotta like pretend like we're pissed at each
Square
other and be
up.
like about to fucking punch each
All right,
other.
let's do it.
Okay.
So you guys gonna have? So Barstool has Rough and Rowdy. Is there gonna be like a WesFly Rough and Rowdy?
Well, I don't know about a rough and rowdy, but I've called Sam Parsons out for a boxing match a couple of times. I'll do boxing, MMA, any weight class, anytime, any place.
I'd watch
I
that.
would.
Wait, any weight class? Wait, actually, you can't just lose. Like one of you can't just lose like 30 pounds. I don't know how. Are you guys like about the same weight?
I'm 165, 160.
He's probably like.
I mean, he looks like a string bean. He's like 6'3", but he probably has like 155 pounds of muscle.
I've never seen the guy in person, but I feel like you
Nor
guys are
have
probably
I.
similar weight.
Anyways, if he'll ever step in a cage with me, I will box that kid on site. I mean, there's no rough and rowdy organized event coming to the running world, but we're gonna put some fighting between runners on the horizon.
Could be. But Jenkins, remember Jenkins said he was trained, growing up in jiu-jitsu and stuff. So Jenkins?
I ain't scared of Jenkins. I'm gonna be honest here.
I don't know.
I mean, I haven't trained any sort of
Then you
martial
want
art.
Jenkins on your tag team, not on the opposition, for sure.
Sure, I mean, or we could do me versus Parsons and Jenkins at the same time. I mean, what better way to represent the alphas?
I mean,
Dude, 2v1.
Honestly, an angry FUD is like pretty scary.
I mean, shit, we can move this table right now, dude. Y'all two versus me. Let's do it.
I'm good. What's the story of the FUD nickname?
Okay, so our athletic trainer, he was there for what, our first 3 years? Walt? He gave you the nickname, right?
Yeah.
So he called him Elmer FUD, like FUD, because
The bocce ball.
yeah, I don't even know what.
So basically, our assistant coach, my freshman year, it was the third day on campus. We were at camp. I threw a bocce ball against a concrete or like a
Well,
tile
okay, so
wall.
we were playing bocce ball in the living room at camp, and people were trying to sleep, and he was like, Everett, like, stop fucking throwing the bocce ball. Like, stop throwing it really high in the air. So he gets the ball, like, the next throw. Like,
then the coach goes downstairs, and I get the ball.
It's been 10 seconds since he told him not to do it. He throws it pretty much to the ceiling, and it makes the loudest thump. And he's like, Everett, like, comes out screaming, and I don't even, our athletic trainer
He came
called
up.
him.
He was like, "What the hell are you doing? I just came up here. I told you to stop throwing the ball. And what do you do right when I leave? You throw the ball. Everyone's trying to sleep, and you're up here making a noise like a jackass freshman. I don't even know what the hell you're doing here." And I was like, and then everyone is just standing there like a deer in headlights.
Oh, I was laughing.
Yeah,
I was
everyone's
laughing.
standing like a deer in headlights, holding their fucking laugh back. And he walks downstairs, and our trainer's standing there holding back his laugh. He's like, "FUD."
And then started calling him Elmer Fucks.
Ever since then, everyone's called me FUD on our team. I don't know if like 50% of the girls on our team know my real name.
seriously?
Oh,
I mean,
everyone calls him FUD.
I mean, most people know you as WesFly, but FUD is a new one. I haven't heard of FUD. Yeah.
FUD. It's FUD. Like, if I used to have a rule where I wouldn't let girls who I liked call me FUD.
Because you want to be known by your...
No, because FUD is just such a turn off of a name.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like, oh,
you
yeah,
want to be like
FUD.
your actual name. Yeah.
Oh, FUD.
Love you, FUD.
I'm like, yo, don't call me that. Just you though.
Do you have any other listener questions here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna caveat this by saying, please don't do it because I have like a visceral repulsion to
Well,
it.
that let me before you go. That inclines me to want to do it.
Yeah, you should never tell someone you're not allowed to do this, but...
Especially him.
Yeah,
Especially him.
She said I'm gonna do it.
But what is with that disgusting sound? Why?
Big deal in the house. Y'all know what's going on. Get your money up, not your funny up.
Damn, you can do it.
He's practiced.
It's my thing. It's what I do.
So I know that she doesn't like it. So like when I first saw one of your videos, I was like, I tried to figure out how to make the sound, and then eventually I got.
Why did you start doing it?
Yeah, she hates it. I love
Just
it.
because I would be filming myself and the clip would be going out, and I wouldn't just be like, "All right, bye." I'd just be like,
See you in the next clip.
Yeah, it's the transition. All right, you ready? You ready?
Yeah.
Wait. I gotta inhale. So let me exhale. That was 14.
Let's fade out.
I've gone to 21.
There we go.
All right, but before we move on from the growl, can you relive the conversation your grandma had with you?
Yeah, so we were at
This is funny. This is funny.
Where is this going?
so my grandparents, all my grandparents watch WesFly. That's how they kind of like keep up with my life a little bit. Same with all the family members on my team. Like, it's good because they can see how their kids are, working out or whatever. But my grandma called me one day during the beginning. It was indoor. I had some indoor race. I don't remember if it was SECs or whatnot. But she was like, Everett, you're going to go out there and kill them today. I'm so proud of you. I was like, oh my
That's
God.
awesome, Grandma.
Thank you so much. I love you so much. You sound beautiful today. What's that noise you're making? She's like, I'm just trying to be like you in your videos.
We'll get a guest appearance. Let's go.
She's a
Your
sweetheart.
grandma
Bro.
that came to regionals, right?
She's such a sweetheart. Shout out Omada. I love you so much.
Shout out to Omada.
Okay, anyone else? Those are good questions. I mean, we already talked about most of these. When's the beer mile happening? Kind of talked about. We'll get that next summer. He's not good for the sport. Poor role model for kids.
That's cap. That's cap. That's cap.
Running's version of Jake Paul, which
Yeah.
Okay. You're welcome. Running.
I mean,
You're welcome.
I was gonna say that's actually a bad line to end with because Jake Paul is like, controversial, but he is like big, so it depends on what your goals are.
I hate Jake Paul, but he loves him.
I don't know really much about him, to be honest.
He loves him.
Yeah,
I do.
Is Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Jake Paul are they the same? But like
Jake's the fighter.
Is one bigger than the other? Or
Jake,
the same.
I don't know.
I feel like Jake's bigger
Logan's
now.
more in his bag.
Yeah.
Jake's kind of.
I'd say they're pretty equivalent.
Bro, okay. Here's the thing.
Is Logan dating Julia Rose or is that?
No, that's Jake. We're not gonna get too far into
She
this.
is beautiful. She's beautiful.
We're not gonna get too far into this, but I'm just gonna say where you have to put respect on Jake Paul's name is this kid was on Disney Channel. He started on Vine.
Yep.
He's cringe as fuck. There's no getting around that. And he is fighting a 5-time UFC world champion because he's like, yo, fuck this. I'm not entertained by getting on YouTube every day. I'm gonna box UFC world champions. And then he goes and calls them little babies, says, yo, let me grab them cheeks. And then what does he do? And he goes out and wins.
Yeah. That's what you have to do in the
respect it.
boxing world. You have to be like, you have to be overconfident.
And there hasn't been someone like him as of recently, and now boxing's taken off as a sport.
That's true. That's true.
Do you know? Okay, here's a question. Just for the sake of boxing as a sport for my own entertainment, do you know who Gervonta Davis is?
I know the name, but I couldn't tell you anything about the credentials.
That tells you everything about the sport of boxing right now.
I couldn't tell you anything about
That's
it.
the Cole Hawker of boxing.
Seriously?
I mean, there's Mike Tyson who's retired, but like he's the next hope.
I saw Mike Tyson at the gym one time.
Really?
No,
He walked
you
like 2
didn't.
feet away from me.
Dude.
Des Moines, Iowa, baby.
Did you tell him to square up?
I did not. I didn't say anything to him, but like
He was probably tripping on DMT.
maybe.
Okay, that's just scary, man.
Dude, anyone who can take, shit. That dude is built different. I'll just put it like that.
I saw a clip. I saw a clip of him on the the Nelk Boys podcast.
He was like out of his mind.
He was munching on
He was like his
shrooms.
mind was like somewhere down
I
the
was
street.
like,
It was fucking weird.
This man, each of his arms are like a weapon that could be registered by the U.S. military, and he's just like devouring psychedelic drugs. Like this shouldn't be like allowed.
Yeah, on YouTube.
What if he like sees you as, I don't know how those drugs work. What if he sees you as a monster and just kills you?
He's enlightened now, but also on the Nelk Boys podcast, they were smoking blunts and passing around. And at one point, he was like, yo, Kyle, this blunt has DMT in it. And he was like, wait, Mike, what did you say? He's like, this has DMT in it. Like, I'm tripping my balls off right now. And everyone was like, yo, do not pass me that shit. I'm not trying to be sitting here at this podcast thinking I'm in Astro World.
All right,
we got the real estate moguls of WesFly and Beer Mile. Why don't you guys build your own track in Phoenix and you can host Beer Mile?
That's literally the goal.
That literally we were on,
a training ground and then like Beer Mile events.
dude.
I
Literally,
feel like Arizona would actually be the right
You have to
spot
repeat again
for us.
in case it doesn't pick up on the mic.
Oh, true.
If you own the track, then like you don't have to get the track if you don't want.
True. Listener question is, we just basically get the lands in Arizona and actually have like a private track.
Yeah, that's one of the
And
things.
then that way your boys and girls can like train on it.
Yeah.
And then we could like whatever host a beer mile every month.
Like, feel the dream.
So honestly,
if you build it,
honestly, like, so this year I teased to the beer mile guys that run the thing. I was like, my family own, like my uncles are farmers in Iowa. Like it'd be hard to get people to Iowa, but technically they could build a track on their farm and we could have everyone there and do whatever the hell we want to do. So it's like the same exact thing.
yeah.
We always talked about doing that.
Yeah, that's literally, we talked about it on the Craig Engels podcast last week. That's literally long-term goal, number one thing. We can make our own events, make our own track, put on our own events, have complete control over everything.
Yeah.
And that's a big part of what WesFly is now, is because as all these people are going pro, they have to sign contracts that limit to them to what they're allowed to do and what they are, what they're not. And we'll have free reign over everything. And sure, I'd be happy for Beer Mile Media to be an investor.
I mean, we'd be down for that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because that's events is where the money is.
Well, to my knowledge, installing a track is $1 million.
It's not really just to build it.
Just to build it.
You're gonna have to mute that audience mic so much.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. It's a separate track. It's fine.
The surface itself.
I'll just halfway through. I'll just turn it off. Just be like, no, it's off.
You should just turn it off now.
All right. Done.
That wasn't.
That's why you need
that
this.
wasn't mine. Okay.
No, you're good. You guys are all.
Nah, but that's another thing about WesFly is we want free reign over everything we do, and we don't want anyone to be able to tell us that we can't say something or do something or put on this type of event.
Yeah. No.
I mean, I'm sure you can relate, Beer Mom.
I mean, I want
shit.
track meets to have gambling and beer.
That would be like horse racing. Yeah.
That's what I said. It should be like horse racing. It's like human horses.
Treat me like
Seriously,
a circus
like,
animal. I don't care.
I mean, every other
have
sport is
these,
like
like-
you can bet on every other sport. It is a little bit excessive sensitivity from runners.
I mean, look
for
at
whatever
football.
reason.
It's like fucking gladiators on the field just going
Dude,
against each
that
other.
is another sport where it's like in like 50 years, are we gonna look back and be like, we were fucking savages, like
Yeah,
giving each other concussions
honestly,
in football,
honestly.
you know?
I gotta pee really badly again.
All right.
No,
we're
hour
140. Okay, we need to wrap this thing up. Like, ASAP.
We'll wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Do like 2 more questions.
Does anyone else have questions in the audience?
Yeah, I'll go on.
Okay, let's go.
You call yourself an alpha, but you refuse to run cross country because it's hard.
I don't.
Refuses to run cross country, but it's hard. That was a terrible accent.
It's fine. I can't do that.
First of all, I would rather not run cross country than fucking get JV clapped in the last fucking 200 meters of the race. Second of all,
Who got JV? Who got JV?
Second of all,
I mean, come on, man.
second of all, it's not my thing, dog. I mean, I'm a fat fuck. What can I say?
I mean, Sam Parsons runs cross country. Why don't you do it?
Does he?
I mean, I'm not challenging Sam
He ran
Parsons.
like 5 years
I'm not
ago.
challenging Sam. I'm not challenging Sam
Beta, though. I mean,
I'm not challenging Sam Parsoni to do a cross country race. He can beat me in a 10K over grass any day. What I care about is putting out fast times on the track. It's kind of like more of a real sport to me. It's like speed. It's got more charisma to it. And I'm just not interested in cross country. And yeah, I suck penis at it, but it is what it is. I'm a track runner, not a cross country runner.
Fair.
Would you have to cut that out? Suck penis? Because
No, I don't care. We've said way worse things on this podcast. Don't worry.
But like women suck penis too.
Yeah,
Like, I mean,
exactly. Why do you have to discriminate?
Wait, hold on. Girls will do that too?
I only know my boys that'll do that.
James,
Do you have to?
Most of these questions suck, to be perfectly honest.
And to wrap up the
time out.
question,
Who hates WesFly most besides Tinman?
David Melly.
Okay, any other pro runners that hate you guys that you know of?
no,
Have any other pro runners DM you and they're like, we hate you guys?
Can we put them in a group, or do we have to call out specific people?
I mean, you say whatever you want.
It's nerds and virgins.
What's wrong with being a nerd? Nerds make money. If you're going to be a real estate and hedge fund nerd, I would call that being a nerd.
Did I say anything was wrong with it?
Oh, so you're saying you would call yourself out because you're a nerd?
I'm not a nerd, but nerds hate WesFly.
But I only trust nerds with my money for hedge funds.
I trust alphas with my money.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay, how fast do you think you could run if you took every performance enhancing drug and didn't care about the rules?
Wow.
if you ate all the pork filled burritos,
Well, if I was on Shelby Houlihan's nutrition plan, first of all, I would look like a skeleton of a rat with a condom over it.
doesn't make any sense.
That's from Running with the Buffaloes.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yes.
Carrots and coffee
Fuck,
diet.
You're right.
So first and foremost, you'd be able to see 12 ribs out of my rib cage. Secondly, world record would go down, no doubt. Even though Asbel Kiprop got popped for EPO and Hickam El Garouche, everyone know he was doping. Everyone knows that all the top guys in the game are doping. There's no getting around it. Let's be honest here. But I'm better than all of them. I just don't take drugs.
Wait, seriously, you have more talent than Kiprop. Is that what we're saying right now? More talent.
All right, maybe I don't have more talent, but I have more heart.
Can we
Hard to do more drugs.
Can we change it very quick? I'm interested to hear.
Go for it.
I'm interested to hear your opinions on Shelby Houlihan and specifically the recent development in the case where she has created a GoFundMe for herself. What are your thoughts on that?
Sorry to interrupt this entertaining episode, but we have to thank our sponsor, Exoskin. Exoskin.us is having a big holiday sale right now. Everything is already reduced in price. That's why there's no code specific to us, but head on over, check out their holiday sale. Pick yourself up a pair of tights, a pair of half tights, a pair of their trademarked toe socks. Look, they're Everett Smolders approved. Everett's a big toe guy. He's a big foot guy. He says they're the best socks that he's ever worn. So head on over to exoskin.us. When you check out on the last screen in the comment box, make sure you comment Beer Mile so that they know that we sent you, and you will be entered into a giveaway with them to someone who does enter the comment Beer Mile. So head on over to exoskin.us. Pick yourself up some half tights, some compression socks, some full tights. All right, back to the program. Let's go.
Oh, man.
You want me to go? I'll go.
Yeah, Jason's going.
Are you scared to speak your truth?
No, we're not scared.
So my sister is roommates with Krista Schweitzer.
One of my good friends, his girlfriend's Krista Schweitzer's little sister. And this summer, when I was calling out Shelby, she was pissed off at me.
My sister was pissed off at me.
And I was like,
She lived with us in the house.
I asked her, I said, because Shelby got caught, and then they're like, yeah, she can run USAs. I was like, do you think they'll boo her? And she was like, what is wrong with you?
If she would have run USA's, that would have set such a terrible precedent.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
like, if WADA says this person's dirty, but USATF thinks they're not, it's like, oh, like, who is in charge here?
Yeah.
Like, who is the authority at who's the doper?
Yeah.
So,
like-
what are the thoughts on the GoFundMe? That's what I'm curious about.
It's not very
before I'd
As
even
the streets would say, it's not valid.
before it's not valid. Before I'd even really like looked at it, my dad texted me and he was like, shout out to my dad.
DC5.
I'm incriminating you right now, but he was like, WTF is this BS? Like, GoFundMe. He's like, she should get a job. Like, she's not even dropped. He's seriously like, what do you like? She's
What do
asking.
you make
like,
of her asking for money for her case?
I think it's BS. Honestly,
It's BS.
The side of the argument that's like, you know, if you're gonna donate money to something, there are like 10 million things that you could donate money
Yes.
to that are actually more valid
Yes.
than that. And if Bowerman Track Club is like behind her, why aren't they donating money? Like, why is Nike not donating money? I totally get that. Like, I totally get that side of it. So I don't know. I mean, I wasn't there. I don't know what actually happened, but yeah.
Fair enough.
I also get the argument that like, yeah, like she's trying to raise $300,000. It's like $300,000 could go to a lot better use than like running circles around the track. I totally get that too.
Yeah.
And she owns 2 houses too. She owns
does.
a house in Portland and Arizona. It's like, I think there's some cash in that second house.
Yeah. What do you do houses for?
Well, I mean, she might default on one of them. So
But
you
if
guys
you're
can,
so desperate, to fight this case, why don't you tell you? Yeah, I didn't know that.
Extra
But
financials. Are
yeah, I don't know.
It's good to sell.
The market's up right
It's a
now.
bubble. It's in a
It's
bubble.
up, sell everything.
Sell right
Sell
now.
everything.
I mean, I personally think she's guilty. And let's assume on the
I don't know either way.
Let's assume on the chance she is guilty. That is horrible. You're asking people, the average person, to donate you money to fight something that like you can probably get out of because you probably just can get a way to get out of it. But I don't know.
Here's the thing that I'm ever so slightly conflicted on is, what if she's innocent?
I mean, you can say that about anything.
But I know, but like,
Then it fucking sucks. It's horrible.
I know.
It sucks. So, but it is still the argument.
I mean,
of like,
she's
should
not-
that money be like? So if she is innocent, like ideally Nike would foot the bill instead of people because Nike has the money to foot the bill. So like that would be the ideal scenario.
I think my opinion is she was taking testosterone, but little enough to stay under the limit, and she got testosterone laced with nandrolone.
And the word on the street is some of the other Bowerman people. You know me, I'm WesFly. I don't hold back.
Yep.
Mark Scott, Matthew Sinchowitz, they tested positive for nandrolone, but it was below the limit that is like detectable. So
no, it was detectable because
but it was below the limit that was illegal.
At fault.
Like 0.05.
So what that's what we heard was that from.
Oh yeah.
All right. I am very sus of Courtney Frerichs after how hard she defended Shelby at the Olympic trials.
sus at her freaking 12-pack. That girl is shredded.
She is shredded, bro.
Yeah, so we heard that like Mark Scott and
I gotta pee so bad.
You peed twice, haven't peed yet.
I peed once.
Bro, my stomach ain't even full yet.
Are there any more Busch Lights?
No.
yeah, so
That means you gotta wrap it up.
We gotta wrap this thing up. We're at 2 hours. We gotta wrap this thing up. Everett, spill the rest of your dirt and let's get the out of here. Let's go have a night.
it's a good time though, right?
It is a good time. I mean, it's a good time, you know.
A few minutes later.
Who else are we trashing on this podcast? Who else are the individuals on this podcast trashing that aren't part of the Beer Mile podcast, which is owned by Beer Mile Media LLC, which is Adam and I, which does not have any opinion on this exact. He is in Chicago.
Being a beta somewhere.
Dathan Ritz. He's not as much into the running thing anymore. So
Dathan Ritzenhein.
Dathan
Ritzenhein. We got a bone to pick with you, buddy.
Oh shit.
I mean, ooh, that's a good one. Do you want to speak on that one afterwards?
on Mike Smith.
Oh shit. Oh wait, let's hear Dathan first.
yeah, wait, Dathan first. What?
Here's the thing with Dathan. On what's their group called? On Athletics Club. They are in the process of trying to build a stable team. And a lot of people that they want to recruit are involved in WesFly Athletics video. Here's my problem with Dathan. He comes in and says, no, don't get in those videos. You need to keep a clean public image. You need to not be associated with that. That stuff's bad. His athletes, Morgan McDonald, Ollie Hoard, Jordy Beamish, they try to discredit everything I've done in the sport. When the truth is, if they just kept doing what they do, they're not growing the sport at all. They're running really good times. They're putting on good performances, but what are they really doing to make the sport better?
The coffee podcast.
I mean,
Coffee podcast is doing pretty well, to be honest.
They also had some nice videos that had some slights at Tinman if you watched closely.
Yes.
I don't even know what videos you're talking about, but I just think Dathan Ritzenhein is trying to shelter everything too much and keep running a small knit community.
Insider trader, who's he trying to recruit?
I'm not gonna.
You don't have to say. That's
I'm
fine.
not gonna say who he's trying to recruit because those people had to come to me and say, "Hey, I'm sorry, I can't be in your videos anymore.
Okay.
Please delete everything that I've been in."
Fair.
But it's like another thing that bothers me about it is Dathan isn't even. He's not even on their team. He's just thinking about having them on their team, and then for the following 6 months, he's like.
It's like stay out of these videos so I can consider you for the team.
And then he doesn't even take them. He's a really good runner.
So I'm not sure what I have to say about Mike Smith.
He doesn't want us hanging. He told him.
Oh yeah, right.
I don't know Mike Smith. Not the opinion of the Beer Mile podcast.
I do know what I'm saying now. Mike Smith. I respect him a lot as a coach. I think his coaching style is really cool. It's different, and it clearly works very well. But he basically it's nice. The bathroom. The girls go upstairs. That's the boy's potty.
It's the boy. No, go upstairs. Go upstairs.
It was pretty gross.
Anyways, back to the point. Mike Smith.
What about Mike Smith?
So he basically got word that we were coming to Flagstaff for the summer. Basically told all his guys who were staying there in the summer, like, don't hang out with those guys. They're bad news. They're bad influence. Like they'll fuck you. They're basically saying, like, you can't be friends with them.
And we were shooting videos, and obviously we're friends with some of those guys, and they're having to hide behind people.
Yeah.
The whole time.
We had to edit. Like, I mean, it's ridiculous or whatever. Anyways, and the other thing that really bothered me was, so over the summer, they found a bunch of beer bottles and like a vodka bottle or something at their track, right? So someone's drinking the track, and Smith and someone on their team was like, we know it was those Ole Miss guys. They've been trouble since they've been in Flagstaff. Like we got no, they didn't say WesFly. They said Ole Miss, which I would have been happier if they said WesFly, but I don't like dragging our whole team into it because it's not our whole team. They're like, oh, those guys are bad news. They're trouble. Like, we know they did it, and within about 5 minutes of research, we found a Visco post of this guy on their team. Should I say it? Probably not.
Shout out to Puma athlete.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's run it. Blaze Fair on Visco. Posting. Yo, shut up a second. We're almost done.
We got like 3 minutes left or so.
So Blaze
Farrow, Puma athlete,
on
former
Visco,
NAU
on
athlete,
Visco,
making our Ole Miss team look bad.
Posting pictures of himself and others on the NAU track, drinking the same beer bottles and the same vodka bottles in the trash, and it's just like, it's just so frustrating when people just want to like accuse you of anything. That just really bothered me.
Is this dude even like? Was he on their NCAA team? Is he even good?
Yeah,
he's
really
cracked.
good.
He's very cracked, but it's annoying that like their coach is like, man, these Ole Miss guys are ruining Flagstaff. They're drinking on our track, and it's like we don't want to go to your shitty track with holes in it.
Yeah.
We're going to the high school track that's actually solid.
At the same time, we kind of understand that it comes with the territory.
Yeah, and I get that. I get we do have a bad rep for being controversial, and that's part of the goal of it. But at the same time, it's like, don't be saying we're ruining a city because we wanted to come train at altitude.
And don't write us off like a bunch of jackasses who don't put in the work. Like you're gonna the results will be undeniable.
The results this outdoor season will be extremely undeniable.
What will the results say?
I mean, we're gonna have at least 10 guys under sub 4 indoors. Have at least 10 guys under sub 150. 2 to 3 wheels, pen relays, indoor nationals, podium.
Here's what I predict.
Outdoor nationals, 10 guys in the meet.
Here's what
it's
I
gonna
predict.
be the Ole Miss show.
Here's
all
what
year
I
long.
predict happens indoors: 146-800, sub 355 mile, indoor All American, DMR world record. Now let's go to outdoor. USA qualifier in the 1500, USA qualifier in the 800, 3 wheels from pin relays. Outdoor SECs being a movie, us taking the title as a mid-distance team, and then NCAA Nationals is just...
It does feel like a
Who
movie
cares?
because it's like our whole generation is our last year. Everyone's graduating. Outdoor SECs at our home track. It's just like, it just literally seems like it's out of a movie. I swear.
Yeah.
All right, Holmesy, the owner of 1800 Bellevue Way.
So it's time to have a party.
He threw the biggest party known to mankind.
Is there a
But
closing question? Like actual closing question.
All right, we were texting that this
What's your
address
body
is
count?
1800, but outside this is 1880. What the fuck?
Okay, maybe drinks again.
1880-1.
1880 Bellevue, Tallahassee,
1800 is
Florida.
down there.
It was 1800.
80 is this.
Any of them was this
1880-2 is the one right next.
No, he gives 1800. So
1800 was like a half mile down the road.
shut up.
I was like,
All right.
I thought you gave him the wrong address to fuck with him.
No, he
It was an empty
That
lot.
would be hilarious.
no, what would have been hilarious is David Smelly pulling up to the crib and catching this 1-2 Mayweather from the fucking CEO of
David
West
Smelly
Athletics.
Athletics?
Oh yeah. He was at
He
the
ran into
All
that?
right,
What are you on?
let's wrap this up.
You guys have 10 seconds to close this out. How would you close this out?
WesFly Athletics, global domination. Y'all better tune in this indoor and outdoor season. We got the CFO right here, the CEO right here. We're going to put on a show. This is only the beginning of what you've seen. CFO, say what you got to say, baby.
So I got 10 seconds too.
Sure.
And man, it's about working hard. That's all I want to do. I want to work hard. I want to be a role model for the younger guys and show them what worked and didn't work for me.
All right. Thanks to George for coming on.
Thank you,
shout out-
Jason.
Good to see you guys
No,
again.
it's George. It's George.
Jason.
George signing off.
Shout out
George
George.
signing off. Stashies for Nashies.
Shout out Coach Van Hoy. Don't be too mad at
All
us.
right, now let's have a
please.
Saturday night, shall we? Okay.